welcome. Glad to have you. For those of you that want a quick recap, a quick recap, and you haven't watched the first episode, I highly encourage you to watch the first episode because there is some stuff that cannot be contained within a recap. But definitely go check it out, just to kind of see all the wonderful things that have happened. I will give you one soundbite from that, and that is Thrymbi is one of our player characters. And someone at one point during episode 1 said, well, I just hear Thrymbi sending people to therapy one person at a time. So, I mean, that pretty much sums it up. Go check it out. But for those of you who want just a quick recap, we are in 5 years after a major war has ended in the lower realms. And our heroes have been inexplicably pulled to this tavern in Sola in Esternia, following a notice that Charles Tenley has put out everywhere that the elder's daughter, the elder of Esternia, his daughter is missing, has been kidnapped, and is in grave danger. And so all of our heroes have decided to go look for her and help Tenley out. He's also offering 2,000 gold pieces to each and every one of them, so that also helps. And as they approached Sola, they all had a dream that involved Camia, the sea goddess. And Thrymbi got a little gift for his Warhammer. He wasn't sure what it was just yet, but he knew that it had some great power. And they all met up at this tavern. They helped they stopped a thief from absconding with some coin purses and met a wonderful gentleman by the name of Briffic Byrne, who no one had heard of, which was a blow to his heart. And they all figured out that they were all looking for Tenley, so they decided to get together. Briffic said that he had the last carriage rented out. He was willing to take them to Balant if they joined him, and Sariel so kindly decided to to ask for money, and essentially because she kind of gathered that he was looking for bodyguards because he was kind of afraid of going alone. So she convinced him to pay them 100 gold for the day's journey and free lodging and food. So that was pretty swell. They did a little window shopping before they left Sola. And Callum got in a little hot water with Makaria, called her the one with the horns, so yikes. What else happened? Sariel bought a nice blanket for the road because it's been raining and kind of chilly, even though, we are in the spring of the world, but it definitely, it's a little chillier than one would normally think for spring. And the carriage ride was mostly uneventful. Callum opened up about some personal things that he had gone through during the war, and really connected with Lucan, the driver. So that was nice. And they get to Balant very late at night. It's still raining. There's this very dark fog, or just this strong darkness, and fog. And Sariel, Shiala, and Thrymbi decide to go check out the Church of Light. And Lucan was kind of tired, so they decided to just walk the rest of the way. It took them about a half an hour to 45 minutes to get there. And they get there, and it looks like there's been some sort of skirmish inside. There's blood. There's a blood trail that leads down to the basement. And they didn't really find any signs of a big battle, but there was a struggle in one of the back rooms. A bench was broken up. And when they get to the basement, they notice that there's this wall there that was not meant to be there. So they tried to break it down, and Thrymbi took out his Warhammer and got to work. Meanwhile, Callum and Makaria went to the inn to try to find some rooms, and they were greeted by a less than enthusiastic barmaid who took him down to the cellar to talk with Mara, the half-orc who owns the establishment, as she kind of keeps the books and everything else like that, too. And while they're downstairs talking with Mara, they all start to hear this kind of ruckus upstairs. And with Mara's like, frickin' Karvak's thugs are back at it again. Sounds like he's, kind of an annoyance. And her butt comes by and asks for a tithe from her. And she's like, who the fuck are you? So she's asked our intrepid heroes to help her get rid of Karvak and his thugs. And she's gone and got her trusty crossbow to be there with them. She's not going to let them go by themselves, of course. And so that's where our story picks up. So now you're all caught up. Here we go. And I did just want to also just take a moment and again, thank you all for being here. We greatly enjoy having an audience. My Dwarven tech support, Evin, it will be responding to chat. I will most likely not really be able to read it, but he will relay any messages to me if needed. But certainly feel free to converse with him. And if you enjoy this content, we strongly encourage you to share this out with your communities, whether it's a clip, whether it's the Twitch VOD or the full episode on YouTube, which comes out usually on Thursday, the Thursday after. Feel free to share it out. This is free content for you to enjoy it. And, if you would like it to continue to exist, it does need to be seen and enjoyed further on. Otherwise, it's sort of like if you make a noise in the forest and there's no one there to hear it, does it still exist? It's sort of like that on Twitch and YouTube as well. If you create content and nobody is seeing it or sharing it or enjoying it, you kind of wonder, like, what's the purpose of me doing this? We certainly don't need to do this with, like, the cameras and the microphones. So if you are enjoying yourself, please share it out with your communities. Spread the word out. You can see all of the hard work that everybody has put into this campaign. We do plan for it to go for a long time. So you can join us on that journey as well. So now, onward and forward. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Oh, hey there.
It was a quick recap. And now a long drink of water.
Thank you for mentioning the horn incident. I almost...
The horn incident?
Yes,
The horn
thank you.
incident of whatever year we're in.
8120.
The horn incident of 8120.
Yes, thank you for bringing that back up. It was a wonderful time for everyone involved, and I'm glad it's being remembered.
That's what I'm here for. Keeping it real.
Yes, please document all forms of racism.
Oh, ouch. Now he's racist? Come on now.
Gauntlet has been thrown. Gloves are off. All right, so it looks like, Makaria, you're going to go up, you're choosing to go up through the trap door that leads to behind the bar. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and Callum, you're just going to go back up.
Yeah, the way we had come originally.
All right.
I told you you'd leave me.
All right,
It's called
so
strategy.
Uthmara's is just right behind you, Makaria. And she's got her little crossbow with her. And
Does the crossbow look like even smaller in her hands because she's got such big guns?
It's a very good question.
Can she even fit through the door with those guns?
Yeah.
She has to walk through sideways.
And does she even need the crossbow?
Well, I will say that her
Just
crossbow
throw the
is a special heavy crossbow that was made just for her.
Oh, okay.
So she's got, it fits her proportionately, if you will.
So it's
Get
a
it out with
ballista.
Yeah. Let's get it out with like laser dot sight, a bayonet.
All right, so just gonna show you what you all can see as you come up the stairs here.
Oh, you are stealing my heart right now, Tatiana. This music. You had me at Witcher.
I would like to thank the Witcher composers for providing us the fighting ambiance today.
Yes.
All right, so you should all be able to hopefully see things now.
Yes.
All right.
Oh boy. Okay.
Deep breath. We got this.
Roll
Gotta
for
learn
initiative.
a whole new way to fight. All right.
Roll for initiative with my amazing dex modifier.
And if you go ahead and
That's a good one.
click on your token first,
I immediately forgot that.
you can. No worries, I can add you in.
Sweet.
Oh my god, a crit fail? Do you think it's a go?
Hey, don't worry. That's... It's all uphill from here.
He suffers from a surprise round. Crit fail initiative.
I'm the healer. I want to go last.
It's literally just me and you.
No, we've got Uthmara.
And her crossbow. That's like two people right there.
Exactly. Her guns and a weapon of war.
I have to reread all of my fighting things.
Ah, I could have made that such a better joke. I could have said, she's got a weapon of war and her crossbow.
Got two weapons of war. Dem fish girl.
Yeah, exactly.
She is the weapon for war.
Exactly.
Right, two weapons I have.
Makes me think of my half-orc Brigga. She is a big beefy grandma.
I had a half-orc drunken master monk that I named Rekka, and like she'd run around and she like had catchphrases. So she'd be like, "Rekka's gonna wreck." Yeah, it was real dumb, but I loved it.
All right. Let's see. Make sure I got everybody in here. And of course, as you, Makaria, as you come up the trapdoor and peek your head over the bar there, you do see Brific kind of hanging out at a table, looking very uncomfortable at the turn of events.
Oh boy.
So he is here. He took a little bit to get into the inn. He was chit-chatting with Lucan, paying him the rest of the fee and everything.
Okay.
So he came in here while you guys were downstairs in the cellar.
So is there?
Don't let him die. He hasn't paid us yet.
So who all are belligerents? Because I noticed that there's only 4 people on the initiative tracker, but from what I'm guessing, there's like 8 people. So I just want to make sure.
So let me see if this would help. I can actually show you. Let's see. Roll
Oh god,
20.
there's so many of them.
Now we got this.
Oh, I know we got this, but there's so many of them we're gonna have to kill.
Thoughtful thug.
He thinks before he attacks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he takes a
I
beat.
thought maybe he was a cleric thug or something.
No, I had the idea that he was just, really considerate.
We should kill the thug
okay,
leader
thoughtful.
first. cut the snake's head off.
Yeah, but they're thugs. How much leadership do they really have?
When they see me covered in their leader's blood, they'll think twice.
That's right. Threaten
She's
them.
thirsty.
What's the alignment again?
Chaotic and neutral.
Fair.
This entire time, like she's meek and stuff because she's not able to talk to people, and then she gets to combat. She's like licking the blood off her blade, like screaming at the top of her lungs.
Because that doesn't require social skills, okay?
Hey, if I go into a fight, I want Makaria on my side.
Boom!
Hells
right there.
yeah.
I got you,
Yeah.
big girl.
All right. So, yeah, crit failing initiatives. I don't know what that. What does happen when that happens?
Surprise round.
Oh,
All right. Okay. So, is everybody ready to get this party started?
Yes, I've been waiting a week for this.
no, my partner is literally not even in the same room.
You got
It's
this.
called tactics.
All right. So you see the thug leader. He's sort of trying to round around the bar. Round around the bar. Yeah, that's English. That works.
Yeah.
Thank you, English,
Yeah,
for bringing
yeah.
that sentence together for us.
Faux show.
Coin new words whenever you need it.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
So our thug leader's like rounding around the bar, trying to go for Alan. Frenzied Bandit. He's sort of like. He's kind of so excited to be there that he's just like shaking with excitement, and he doesn't seem to even have a weapon really that you can see at first glance.
That's just like my gnome in the other game. It's happening!
The thoughtful thug is trying to go for the guy in the front, just kind of like trying to pacify him because he kind of saw that Burfick is certainly no threat here. Let's be honest. The half-orc bandit, he's kind of going for the couple in the back there, just because they were sitting down when they walked in, and when they saw what's happening, they got up, and the guy looks like he's about to put up a fight. So that guy is just kind of trying to keep the peace on that end. So that's kind of what you see as you pop out. What do you do?
Oh boy. Are we gonna talk to them, or are we just gonna let our swords do the talking? What is
I don't know. You're first. You kind of get to decide how this is gonna play out.
I'm gonna kind of stand right here in front of the guy, so that in the event that what's her name?
Uthmara? Alan?
Yes, if she wants to talk to them first, see if we can resolve anything. She has time, but he can't get to her yet. So I'm gonna stand right there for now.
I have a feeling there's a crossbow bolt about to go off.
I'm also pulling out my 2 short swords, just in case.
Okay, so you're sort of becoming a
I'm a meat
physical
shield.
shield. Okay, I was not gonna say that, but yeah.
I am meat shield.
Hear me roar.
Change your last name, Makaria Meat Shield.
I am Meat Shield. Hear me squish.
Ew.
All right.
Yeah, I'm done. Am I done? I'm done.
Okay. So if Mara comes out, she has her crossbow pointed out at nobody in particular. She's sort of pointing it at all the thugs. And she says, "You get the hell out of my inn. I don't want to see your faces here again. And you tell Karvak to leave us alone." And she shoots a bolt at the ground by the frenzied bandit.
Okay, nice little warning shot. Okay.
All right. Thug leader. He basically like hasn't even heard her. He is a little. He appears a little arrogant, but at the same time, Makaria, you can tell in his eye that he was definitely not expecting anybody to, one, pop out of that trapdoor, and two, he has no idea who you are. So he's a little taken aback, and so he, without thinking much, just goes to attack you.
Me?
You're very close to him. You're
Okay.
kind of in his
Little miss.
face.
Meat
All
shield.
right. Let's do it. Let's dance.
So he makes 2 melee attacks with his mace, and they both miss you.
That's right.
You like quick dodge, quick dodge.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a tiefling.
Boom.
With her horns.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks.
Oh,
And-
boy.
So he goes to attack you twice. The first time, he actually ends up hitting the mace right into the bar itself, and it kind of gets just a tad stuck in there. And so by the time he gets that one out, he misses with his second one.
If his tactic is to make himself look really dumb, so I feel bad and don't hit him, it's working.
So what you're saying is you're not gonna hit.
No, I mean I'm gonna hit him. He tried to hit me with a mace, bruh.
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 All right, the frenzied bandit.
El bandito.
Detail.
He's just sort of still. He definitely had something good to drink before he came here.
Little pre-workout.
Yeah, he pre-gamed. He pre-fought game there. And he's kind of just still there, just yelling, shaking, like, "Rah!" Doesn't even quite understand that, like, the fighting has begun. He, in his mind, thinks that he's just this ultimate amazing fighter, and he's gonna show everybody, but first he has to, do the thing.
Participate in the fight.
Yeah.
Step 1.
Callum, you're up.
Okay. I am going to reach into my pack, and I've got like a little pouch of pebbles, and I'm going to take out 3 pebbles, and I'm going to cast magic stone on them. Let me put that up. Spells. Magic stone. And then... Oh no! What? Oh, I don't know why it's doing that. So... I've got the magic stones. Once I touch them, I can throw them 60 feet and they'll do damage. I'm not sure why it did that for my magic stone, but I will
Because you'd have to do
come out.
a ranged spell attack when you
Oh,
throw them.
right. I should have. Yeah, okay. So that can be. I step out the door.
Right
I-
into another thug. So you open the door and blammo.
Blammo. Sweet. I will say. Oh. Hey, man. What's going on? I heard a scuffle. Why you got a weapon? You cool? We good here?
So Itchy Thug turns around. He is just as surprised as you are to see you, as you are to see him. And he just sort of takes a half step back Do you do anything else?
Ugh. No. I
Why
will.
is it itchy?
Yeah.
He's kind of scratching at
I'll-
his face.
Is it bugs or heroin?
I don't know. I mean, it looks like maybe there's like a rash on his neck or something. It's a little red.
Oh, don't touch him. Don't touch him.
Yeah,
Hello,
it's all those heroin
From
bugs.
afar.
But I'll kind of keep those stones in my hand, and then just kind of stand there. After saying that, being like, "Whoa, bro, what's up? You good? We good?" And then, yeah, so I'll keep my hand on myself, and that's it for my turn.
All right.
Super effective.
Those doors and corners, they get you every time.
Yeah.
All right. The half-orc bandit kind of hears the commotion over there, so he'll kind of just peek around the corner, see what's up, and kind of just has his sights set on you, but he doesn't move any further than that. The thoughtful thug writes poetry in his spare time.
Aw. What a great guy.
So he moves forward until he's right by the bar, and he turns to the thug leader and he kind of looks at him like, maybe we should get the fuck out of here. And that's his turn.
Oh, he's the one with all the brains.
Makaria, you're up.
All right. Well, this guy tried to hit me, so I'm gonna try to hit him. I will use my short sword. Wait, hold on. I just need to read these extra things real quick. Can your ability ability? Never mind. I'll just do this. Okay. So I'm gonna stab him. Oh god, I put all this stuff in front of the little box to see. All right, here we go. Ready, go. Ooh, that's bad.
Hey, roll better.
God, your bad rolls are rubbing off on me.
All right, so you
Should I roll my second one right away, or do I wait? Like, 'cause I have two.
roll the second one too.
All right.
At least I didn't stab myself that time.
And the short sword is piercing, correct?
Piercing.
All right. So you probably gave a little chuckle when his mace hit the bar. But then your short sword did the same thing, and it was probably an unconscious movement by your arm because you literally saw someone else do that same thing before. So you again kind of caught one in there.
Yeah,
But
well, I hit
then
the bar harder than he did.
then you managed to
There.
dislodge it just in time to do your second attack, which hits, so you can roll for damage.
Ooh. Okay. 6.
You're doing that on purpose, aren't you?
Doing what on purpose?
Oh, Makaria, pretty sure that she's manually rolling it on purpose just to spite me.
He gets really mad about it.
You can click the name of the attack and it will do it for you. God.
All
It's
right.
okay. It's okay.
So
6.
that hits. Do you do anything else? Any bonus action or anything, or movement?
This is a bonus action. Yeah, I want to. No, actually, I'll wait until next turn to do that. So no.
Okay. All right, Itchy Thug. He scratches his neck with one hand.
Oh wait, I forgot.
Mm-hmm.
What ability modifier am I supposed to add from my Pew weapon fighting style? Because it's supposed to get added to the damage of my second attack.
Let's see.
It just means both your attacks are like normal attacks, whereas if someone doesn't have that, then they can't add their strength or dex.
Oh,
But you're adding it both times.
okay, got it. Thank you.
All right. So the Itchy Thug scratches his neck with one hand and hits Callum 2 melee attacks with his other hand.
Boy, you're gonna get that rash. Oh god, you're gonna get that rash.
And the first one hits for 3, and the second one misses. All right. Well, Uthmara is not playing around no mo.
Shoot him.
She she takes out her heavy crossbow,
Shoot him in the giblets.
and she knows the thug leader because he's been in there before. And she's served him, and he has the nerve to come in here and mess her shit up. She is going to make 2 ranged attacks on the thug leader. They both hit.
Get him, girl.
She kind of hits him like right in the shoulder blades. And she doesn't.
Hard too.
Damage.
Her arrows have a little bit of poison applied to the end of them.
She didn't even need our help.
She's pretty badass.
That's a heavy one.
She's a badass. And she basically knocks him dead.
Ooh, she did it.
Bye bye,
He
thug leader.
wasn't ready.
She kind of gives a little bit like a ha. All right. Frenzied Bandit at this point is noticing what's happening, and he is not happy about it. So he kind of just steps right over the guy, heads for Makaria. He's trying to get to Uthmara, but he doesn't realize that there's like people in his way and like things. So he's a little
Brain on drugs.
he's a little like, holy shit, there's a person right here. What's going on?
This is the PCP bandit.
That man was not prepared for it today. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. So he just he tries to attack Makaria with his scimitar.
Misses.
And misses.
Man, these guys suck.
Yeah, I told you guys got this. You guys got this.
Yeah, we got this.
Callum, you're up.
Yeah,
with Mara there. Holy crap.
Yeah, right.
And because
All
they're
right.
all on drugs.
So he goes to swing at me, hits me. I dodge the other one. I was like, okay, that wasn't cool, man. If you want to go, we can do this. I mean, but I'm warning you, this really isn't. And then I book it. I go 5, 10, 15. I realize that he probably gets an attack of opportunity on me.
He does.
Ooh. All right.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Gets you for 5.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm still in this.
I can heal you.
So can I. I can heal too.
Oh yeah, then I'm not gonna do it. You do it.
Thanks. And then as soon as he books it, gets hit, he's like, "Ow, son of a!" Turns around, just starts throwing pebbles at him. So let me throw the magic stone for real. Ooh!
And how many pebbles do you throw at him?
I threw one.
Really
But
scaring him off there.
Yeah,
Show him.
I will show him. And then with my bonus action, I will healing word myself. For 6. And that will put me back up to 25. And that is it for my turn.
So when you hit him with a pebble, it basically just hits his hand really hard away from his neck. So he's kind of not happy about that.
Yeah, I told you we got this. We're good. Totally handled. He knows what's up. My dream of this character is coming alive.
Throwing rocks at his enemies.
All right, so the half-orc bandit, kind of follows you with his crossbow and shoots. Doing 8 damage.
Oh, okay. Not cool.
Wait, is he at advantage for some reason?
No, it does that automatically for those types of attacks. So if it was like, if it was advantage, it would have been like it rolls them both times.
I have it.
It's in case you do have it.
Yeah, I
I'm
just have it
asking-
set up though.
I'm asking Tatiana.
Yeah, I have it set up that way
Okay.
to just
So
show.
normally we look at the first number, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, if it was rolled with disadvantage, it would just be 9.
Gotcha.
All right. Thoughtful thug. Now I just have to write some poetry for him. He's got to have some. You know what I mean? He sees with Mara's crossbow, and he's got one of his own. So he's gonna try to shoot her with it, and misses. Makaria, you're
I
up.
like how you just.
Sorry,
Nothing.
It's me?
it's you.
Okay, so I forgot that I'm supposed to cast Hunter's Mark. Does I do that? So I'm gonna do that, and I have to do this. Sorry, I'm new to spells here. Okay, here we go. So I cast Hunter's Mark on the drug addict in front of me, and okay. So that's that. Alright, and then I just stab him. Maybe. Or the bar, we'll see.
Stabbity stab.
Did that hit him?
It's a hit.
Did he already took damage, right?
He has not. No.
Oh, that was the other guy. Fudge pops. Okay, so I hit him with that, and then I do 1d6. Oh wait, and then for Hunter's Mark, I do another d6. So that's 10 damage.
He is
And then
looking worse for wear.
Can I roll my second
You,
Try
sh-
to
you sure can.
stab him again.
That's a hit.
Stab him again. So then I do, and then what is this one? Colossus Slayer, so 1d8. So I do 1d8 plus 2d6, 15 damage.
Whew. Yeah, he is down, and you just were like, just ram that sword right through his neck.
Nailed it.
He
Do I
is-
still have movement?
He is dead. You do?
I'm gonna go to the thoughtful thug.
Hi, sir. Do you have
I
some
hate
poetry?
poetry. I hate poetry.
Also, Callum, the magic stone does say that on a hit, the target takes bludgeoning damage equal to 1d6 plus the spellcasting ability modifier.
Oh,
So
is that so?
I think it might be a 1 plus a something else, right? Let's see.
That's absolutely right. Because I put it in through the character mancer, so I guess it didn't apply that.
So we're looking at
But yeah,
4.
that'd be yes. It just really stung his hand, you know.
Yeah, he can't itch at his neck anymore, and so he's just like really upset, like super upset.
Very nettled.
He's very nettled.
That would be such a mean, cruel, and unusual. Cut off the. Scratch them.
And it's Itchy Thug's turn.
Sweet.
That sounds like a rapper name.
Itchy thug.
Itchy Thug coming at you with the
Itchy
beats.
dog!
What?
All right, so Itchy Thug, he's really upset, and he is coming for you, Callum. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
He's gonna try to hit you twice with his mace. And the first is a hit.
All right. That was 5. So I'm down. 12.
And he misses a second time because the itch is getting to him, you know. And he's like,
Yeah.
"Ah," he does like a little twitch. Little twitch.
So he's becoming the twitchy thug.
All right. Uthmara puts up her crossbow at the thoughtful thug. And she looks him square in the eye and says, "You can end this right now." But doesn't look like he's gonna take her. He's in it to win it now. So she's gonna do her. She's gonna just crossbow him right back. And both of those hit. Let's see. Now she knows she only has one more arrow left. With her special poison. She's the bar owner with a shotgun, that's right. Well, when you live out on that wild frontier, you gotta be prepared. Oh, frenzied is dead. Goodbye.
Oh wait, I forgot to say because I have to switch my. Oh wait, never mind. Keep going.
So, Callum, you're up.
Okay. I get hit by the itchy thug. I'm like, okay, man. I didn't want to have to do this, but sorry. and I will wild shape into a wolf.
Oh, I thought you were gonna throw another stone at him.
No, yeah, just right in his face.
All right. Give me a second here. It is. Alright, give me 1 second. Not sure why this isn't in El Library.
If you're, I have the stats up and ready. If that's what you're.
No, I'm just I'm looking for the token. It was in here and now it's not. So give me 1 second, please. Hold and enjoy this wonderful music. Oh, I know. Okay. Bam. I think the wolf is it's medium, right?
Yes.
All right.
May I have control of said wolf?
Yes, it's happening right now.
Danke.
All right, we should be able to move him
Sweet.
now. All right.
All right. That is my action. I was gonna use my bonus action to heal myself, but now that I'm a wolf, it's not a big deal. So that's my action. Once I turn into a wolf, I'll look up at the itchy thug and just snarl and like start growling really viciously because I'm a wolf now.
Did you want to roll for his health?
Oh,
It's
sure.
2d8 plus 2.
I was just gonna take the average, but I will happily do that. 2d8 plus 2.
Rolls nat ones.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. Thank you for your confidence in me. Feels good, man. Alright.
I was just jinxing it in the opposite direction.
Cool. I will take those 3 extra hit points.
But bam. All right, does that end your turn?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So the half-orc bandit has never seen anything like that ever happen before. And he is kind of scared, kind of intrigued. But either way, he makes an attack. And he aims for the wolf with his crossbow.
Ooh.
And that's it.
AC is 13,
Oh no.
so he takes 8.
I'm coming.
All right, thoughtful thug. He's kind of regretting his decision, though, now.
Yeah, do something.
But It's too late. It's too late to turn around now. And he sees the same arrow in Uthmara's crossbow, and he's hoping maybe he could take her down before she could shoot him again. So he tries again with his crossbow.
Oh, Uthmara.
And that's a hit on her. All right, Makaria, you're up.
I move Hunter's Mark over to Thoughtful Thug. And I try to stab him.
That's a hit.
That's right, that's a hit. Okay. And he's not at full hit points, right?
He is not.
Okay, so I can do this, and then, excuse me, one of this. 15.
15. So that takes him out. He looks at you as he falls to the ground like, where did you come from? You were not supposed to be here. It was supposed to be just with Laura. And he's dead.
The Bronx.
And he is real talkative at the end there.
He does write poetry. Well, he did write poetry in his spare time.
Career ended.
What is there like a movement conversion for the floor tiles?
What now?
How far can I get? Is there like floor tile scale?
Do you have the battle grid set up?
So do you see the? Yeah, so it's the squares are 5 by 5.
Okey dokey.
Now, if you were to go to a place where there were chairs, that would be difficult terrain.
So can I go this way and then that way
Yes.
and avoid that? Okay.
Yep.
And oh wait, I can get 30. So I can get there?
Let's see. 10, 20. Yes.
Okay. Can I still use my second attack since I didn't use it, or no? I'm not really sure how that works.
No, because you did the action and then you moved.
Okay.
So it would have to be like if you have a bonus action or something like that.
Nope, I'm good.
All right.
Can I interject?
What's up?
I mean, you're free to run the game however you want, of course, but it does say in the player handbook that you can move, attack, move. You can break up movement and attack if you have 2 attacks. It's fine. I can find the page for you if you want to see it.
Let me see if Makaria, is yours a multi-attack or is it like a 2-hand, like a happens at the same time to attack? That makes sense. Let me see. Because you got 2 weapon.
I do not know. Yes, it's 2
I think
weapons.
is it a singular attack or is it an attack and a bonus attack?
Let's see. So you're doing the 2-weapon fighting style, right?
Yes.
Let's double check real quick. I was under the impression that like they're happening at the same time. But that is a
Which
good
is
point
fine
to bring
by
up.
me.
Syndra. Let's see.
Yeah, if it's a multi-attack, then it can't be split up. But if it's like 2 single attacks, like if she gets a second attack for some reason, then that can be moved to a different spot before you attack. That's fine.
Yeah, because I think, for example, my monk can do 2 attacks, but one of them is classed as a bonus action. So I think that she could technically do that or move between doing those. But I don't know how it works for other.
Yeah, 2-weapon fighting. Yes, it's a bonus action. So you can do it as a bonus action. So thank you for bringing that up, Cinderlyn.
I did bring up a movement thing. I'm not sure how that works in 5e though.
I think we looked it up in the other game, and it's this moving diagonally is the same as just moving up and down, like
Okay.
laterally. and
In
stuff like that.
previous games, it was different. I didn't know if they changed that or not.
I mean, technically speaking, to me it makes logical sense that moving diagonally is essentially the same because you're occupying,
Yeah.
like, I mean, technically speaking, you're occupying the same type of spacing. And if you just like turned the squares, you know, like 90 degrees one way or the other, like it would be the same. If that makes sense.
You know, I gotcha.
So Makaria, yeah, if you want to do your bonus action as your.
I already used my bonus action this turn.
Oh, okay. All right. Itchy Thug.
Here we go.
That rash is not making him happy, but he too has never seen anything like that before. A man who turned into a wolf. So his first instinct is to attack and kill even more because now he thinks you're a demon. So he makes 2 attacks,
Oh, okay.
like
Cool.
per the usual.
Yep. Oh, jeez.
And I believe the first one hits, but the second does
Yes. Sweet. Still alive.
not. And the second one doesn't
I hate
hit
demons.
because he like connects with the first one, and then he's like, oh god, it's like really a wolf, and kind of just throws off his game for the second one. All right, Uthmara, she's got one more arrow, but nobody to use it on. So she's gonna come around the bar. Actually, she's going to leap over the bar, counting
Yes, she
as difficult terrain, and she's also going to do she is being aided by the guy that's right there, so it kind of makes it, you know, a little easier, but not by much. I think she can go here. All right. Wolf, your turn.
Oh, okay. Feeling it. Feeling kind of hurt, I guess. So, as a bonus action, I'm gonna use my Balm of the Summer Court to heal myself.
Can you do that in wild shape form?
Yes, ma'am. It is a feature and not a spell.
Nice.
Roll 1d6. Yeah. It's like that attack never even hit me. I'm fine. Back up to 6, and then I will lunge straight for his throat because I'm out for blood now. Attack is +4. +4.
Is that? Oh, that's your
That is
attack
an-
roll.
Yes, ma'am.
Gotcha. That is a hit.
Yes. Also, because I am a wolf, if the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 11 Strength saving throw or be knocked prone. And the attack is 2d4 plus 2. So he takes 7 damage and then has to make a DC 11 Strength save.
All right, let me see if I can do this correctly here. Bam. Make it Doug.
He lives to itch another day.
He does. And takes 7 damage. All right. He's looking a little but you can't really tell if it's just the rash that's making him look a little But you know, you hit him for a little bit, and he's staggering back a little, but he's still in your face.
Growl ferociously.
Oh, he doesn't like that. All right, half-orc bandit has been so busy trying to kill the wolf that he just did not even notice Makaria there until she's right on top of him.
Do-do-do-do.
Sneaky.
Sneaky sneaks.
So he turns around and tries to get her with his scimitar. Misses. She's too quick for him.
Yes.
Too quick.
Yes, he misses.
Makaria, you're up.
I'm up. Alright, I move Hunter's Mark over to discover at her. And I stabity him.
Oh, I should probably put some sort of a thing. Dun-dun-dun.
That hit.
Oh, sorry. Yes, it does.
Okay, but he has not been damaged yet, correct?
He has not.
Alright, so I hit him for 8.
Here.
Colossus Slayer putting in work.
Bam. It's
I could have used Colossus Slayer on that one because he hasn't been hurt.
Oh.
just the hunter's
yeah,
mark.
Never mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
Okay, that hit him. That hit him hard. And he kind of
8 hit him hard?
staggers him back a bit.
Yeah, that's right. Mm.
Did you want to do the second attack, or?
I can't. Hunter's Mark is my bonus action.
Oh, right. Gotcha. All right.
You moved the hunter's mark to him that turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Itchy Thug. Back at it again.
Every day he's itching.
Gross.
He is not sure who to attack at this point, so he backs up to the corner.
I would like to use my attack of opportunity.
Go for it.
Right, +4. Roll 1d20 +4. Ooh!
Bam!
And he has to also, hold on, let me make sure the damage is not enough to kill him. 5 damage.
That's more than
See
your
him.
stone.
Yeah. I see him trying to back up and I lunge again for him.
And then he gets that trip roll or something for.
Yeah. If this doesn't kill him, he has to make the DC 11 strength save.
Ew, you're putting your mouth on his rash?
Ugh.
Yeah. Now he's on the floor.
He's prone. All right.
I'm gonna stand on top of him and just growl in his face with blood dripping out of my maw.
Try to show him who's alpha.
I am the Dom and you are the sub.
Oh, jeez.
That went places. Let's see. That kind of looks a little bit like the other icon, but it's different enough, so we'll know he's prone. And let's see. So yeah, a prone creature's only movement option is to crawl. I'm reading this for my behalf too, everyone. Is to crawl unless it stands up and thereby ends the condition. Creature has disadvantage on attack rolls, and an attack roll against the creature has advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. Otherwise, the attack roll has disadvantage. So he's trying to back up. You bite him. He falls to the ground. And
I do have a question.
yes.
Would he have made it that far if he had tripped from the strength save?
That's a good question. Maybe he tripped and like rolled backwards to
Okay.
here. That's a good point.
Sounds good.
I was gonna say something, but I figured it doesn't really matter.
No, feel free. By the way, this is for all of you players. At any point in time, feel free to interject, as you have been, with useful information / questions. So,
You've opened the floodgates.
that I can veto at any time.
I
Of
just
course.
interject confusion.
All right, so he will try to. Actually, no, you know what? He's not going to do anything right now. He's too flustered from everything that's just happened. So it's with Mara's turn again. She's going to go on. She sort of ends up by the by the table here because she kind of has to push the bench in. And
Because her muscles are too big to get through.
she could probably lift that whole table by herself if she really wanted
I was gonna
to.
say, she doesn't really have a problem. She just pushes through it and it moves.
And she has one arrow left. She's aiming it for the half orc.
She aiming at herself or for the other half orc?
Touche.
I'm Shay.
Hi, Shay.
Hey.
And that is a hit. And it takes this guy right out the equation.
Yeah, you've been killed by math.
Math and numbers.
And they say math isn't useful after school. What?
I'm never gonna use this out of school. Well, it just killed a person.
Reminds me of the class from Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh,
Who uses math.
Yeah.
All right, Callum, you're up.
All right. Once I see that he trips, going right for him, and I'm pouncing on him. And I believe since he's prone, I get advantage.
If you are within 5 feet, yes.
Okay. +4. Oh. Whoops. I did that wrong. So 15 plus 4, 19.
Yeah,
To
that
hit?
hits.
Sweet. And then roll 2d4. Take 6 damage. Ah!
He's
You
seen
are
better
really
days.
aggressive.
Oh, he's a wolf. Also.
Yeah, he's a wolf right now.
So aggressive.
Like, ah.
He's going alpha male.
And then with my bonus action, I will heal myself again with my Balm of the Summer Court for 2 damage. Or 2 healing. I heal myself for 2 damage.
That's a crit fail right there.
I heal myself so hard, I hurt.
It hurts. So good it hurts.
It hurt itself in its confusion.
It
Aw.
burns so good.
It's
Ew.
you know what it is? It's his rash.
touch
That's
that
what-
Yes, the rat. And that's my turn. I stand over him still, just growling. Arrgh.
All right, Makaria, you're up.
I'm gonna stab him. So as not to touch him with anything except my sword.
So you're standing as far away as possible,
Yes.
but still reaching. Nice.
Ugh.
Oh!
Yeah.
I stab him. Okay. So
With vigor.
it's, six. Oh, I didn't move Hunter's Mark to him. So that plus Cluff. So that and that. 8.
All right, tell me how you stab him.
I see where his rash is, and I take my sword and I slice it all along his face and his neck where his rash is, and attempt to cut the rash off of his body.
God.
I'm a healer.
She tried to heal and she crit failed on the heal.
Yeah, it's a really bad medicine check.
He takes an extra damage just from that alone. That is rough. That is rough. But he's still standing, barely, but he's still standing.
Oh, well, it's okay because I have another attack.
Go for it.
I hope it hits. This one, and then I do a little that.
Yeah.
Alright, but that is only 5 damage.
He is gone. He succumbs
right.
to all his wounds.
First you maim him and then you just stab him right in the chest. He's dead.
I didn't stab him in the chest. I stabbed him in the open part of his skin where all the flesh was.
Even better, you stabbed him in the face.
So as this happens, you hear a voice from outside. Are you guys okay in there? From outside in the courtyard.
They are not okay.
I'm gonna, as a wolf, as loud as I can go, oh!
Makaria, do you do anything?
Where is the courtyard?
In the center.
So, like, I'd have to go around to this door?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I just go over to that door and stand in the doorway so that they can see me. And I take the swords with the guy's blood all over it, and I just casually, like, wipe them down on my like, chest armor. But then I look visibly disturbed because that was the rash blood.
Is this a window right here?
1 second. Makaria, are you doing this with the door open or?
Yes, I want them to see what I have done to their friend.
Gotcha. Okay. So you're able to see what's going on out there. That's another door, Callum. Here.
Okay. When she does that and starts walking off that way, I'm gonna rush and then barrel through this door and like stand right in front of him, just like just blood
Blood on his
dripping.
maw.
Yeah, blood dripping and just looking straight at him, like haunches riled up, just the most intimidating, like wolf about to attack that you can think of.
And I say, good puppy.
The horn incident is forgotten because good dogs are always good.
Those get pets.
Alright, so the bandit with the crossbow kind of does a double take. Literally, you have blown all of these people's minds by being a wolf. They've never seen anything like this. Now, he hasn't
What are
seen
animals?
you. He hasn't seen you change, but he has never been this close to a wolf before. So he backs up just a tad. And it's kind of deciding who to shoot first in the split second that this is all happening. And he figures the wolf is a more unknown, so he's going to try to shoot you, Callum.
Why do people not run here?
It's a good point.
And misses.
It's the
Dodge
Batman
out of the
effect.
way.
Makaria, you're up.
Ooh, that's me. Alright. I'm gonna go over here, and I'm gonna stab him. Does that hit?
Sorry, 1 second. That is a hit.
Okay, solid. So my stat is this. 10.
He is not looking so good.
And then I try to stab him again. And that's a hit.
That sure is.
And now I get to add my Colossus Slayer damage.
Ooh.
10 again.
And
You shouldn't have shot at my
Makaria's
dog.
just killed everybody.
Told me to protect the healer.
true
I
that.
think the
true that.
only person you didn't kill was the leader.
That's because it was my first time. I'm learning. I'll kill faster next time.
So that ends that. It looks like you guys can't hear anymore. Thugs. With Mara kind
But
of
can he smell anything?
peeks out. And she just gives you both a huge smile. Meanwhile,
I'm gonna say hug.
Oh!
That's great. Oh, that's good.
This is epic.
I'm in love with this.
I love it. See, dwarven persistence.
Oh, that's great. Oh, I love it.
so Thrymbi
Dude, I love it.
has been knocking at this wall for a good while. And as he's been doing this, and Thrymbi, I hope are you here? Ask you that. Okay. As you've been hammering away at this wall for a good few minutes, you actually get a sense of what it is that the Warhammer can do now. And you find that it contains a reservoir of scorching light that can deal up to 30 radiant damage in this manner.
Hey, Thrymbi.
You can use a bonus action to plant the weapon in the ground and release whatever energy is in the reservoir. And it starts with 30. And unplanting the weapon is also a bonus action. And while it's planted on the ground and still has radiant light inside of it, creatures that end their turn within 10 feet of where you plant the weapon are brightly illuminated, and they're seared for 1 radiant damage every round, every turn. And
All right.
creatures that end their turn within 5 feet are seared for 2 radiant damage per round. And a long rest will restore 1d6 of energy to the weapon's reservoir, but only if it is in your possession.
You're gonna hate the thing I have to say next. Can you get that to me in writing so I can copy and paste it into a thing?
I already got you.
Oh
Bro.
my god, she was so
Oh.
ready.
I got you.
Of course she was ready.
She already had it copied.
Yeah. I was thinking the exact same thing. That's awesome.
All right. And
got
before we do you have any questions on how it works or anything? You good?
No. I'm actually rereading it right now.
Okay. And we're gonna take just a quick 5-minute break so that I can grab some more water.
Alrighty.
And then we'll see what's been happening at the Church of Light. So stay tuned, y'all. We just had a little bit of a bar brawl, as they say. With Mara with her trusty poison arrows, kicking it up a notch, because she's not gonna let anybody freaking come into her inn and tell her how to do shit. And these thugs have been coming by like every week, just being annoying. And then when they're not being annoying, they're like eating her food, drinking her ale, chatting up with her people. Like, not cool, bro. So she just had just about enough. And does she feel bad about killing them? A little bit. Did it feel good? Oh yeah. And our heroes have slaughtered the rest as well, which was really nice. She really appreciated the help, because she probably couldn't have taken them all on by herself, you know what I mean? And we had our druid shapeshift into a wolf, which surprised the heck out of everyone. Now we're going to go to the Church of Light, where Thrymbi has been knocking down the wall. And Sariel and Shiala have been, I'm guessing, offering moral support / investigating to see what else they can find in the church. So, here we go. Part 2. Hello, friends.
Hello.
All right. Yes, and we've Thrymbi has figured out what Camua's might does. So I'm sure he'll find that helpful in the days to come.
I just see him hammering against this wall, and he's like, "Oh, that's what this thing does."
Its true purpose revealed.
I'm so excited to find out what's on the other side.
What's on the other side?
It could be anything. It could even be a boat.
It could even be another wall.
Damn, you found me out. No. All right. So here we are. The Church of Light in the basement. Thrymbi has finally knocked down this wall. Let's set the mood here.
Yes. But here, I was going to go exploring elsewhere.
It was about a little less than a minute that he managed to get a good-sized hole to the other side.
Is it dwarf-sized, or like dwarf and elf-sized, or like dwarf and elf and human-sized?
Is it more like
What are my choices again? Hold on.
It's like a hierarchy.
Or is it gnome-sized?
Well, so you made a hole so you could at least tell that you could get to the other side. So then you just kept at it for another minute or two and managed to make the hole wide enough for everybody to be able to crawl through. Should they want to do that? And so that's where we're at this point. You guys have.
How considerate, Thrymbi.
And as you look through the hole, you can tell that it's just dark. But there is appears to be a wide expanse of space beyond it.
Dwarves have dark vision. Do I see anything with my dark vision, or?
You see, it looks like like a tunnel inside of rock that kind of just leads into more darkness. So you have the option of if you all want to go that way, if some of you want to go that way, if you want to explore with some more light, you can return back to the Church of Light, and
Shiala's got her
looking. So.
Alright, so I turn back to my compatriots and I'm like, "Alright, looks like we got ourselves a little hole in a tunnel. Let's go see about your missing congregation here. Watch out for cave-ins or don't, like it doesn't really matter." And then I go in through the tunnel.
Shiala's gonna follow right after him with her torch.
I'm gonna follow as well, and I have dark vision, by the way.
All right.
So all of this time, those dancing lights have been for my benefit.
Yes, she is very nice. to do that for you. Give me 1 second. So Thrymbi's going first. Shiala's following close by. And then it's Sariel. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes.
Okay. So,
I like that nobody responded to Thrymbi. Everyone's like, alright.
They're just ignoring what he says, but going after him.
Well, he kind of said what he said and then left through the hole.
That's true.
If they don't follow me and I end up getting eaten by some cave troll, this is life. This is death.
Been eaten by a grue.
They've got a cave troll.
So, you're in this tunnel. Looks like, just kind of ends after a few feet. Looks like maybe there's a drop there as you get closer.
All right. I'm gonna walk up to the drop off here.
And
So is it like a hole or something?
You might not be able to see, but Sariel, tell me what you're doing with the dancing lights.
I was gonna drop my torch.
Okay. You can do that.
Shiala drops her torch down there.
Right. So you can see the blood trail is definitely going down that way. These are braziers, by the way.
Sweet.
Do we know how?
I'm
Can
gonna
I see how far
illuminate
down
them.
it is?
Shiala, what was that?
Can I see how far down it is?
It's about a 5-foot drop.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just gonna drop down there then.
Yeah, so the braziers light up about a little less than 10 feet around them.
I'm gonna pick up my torch, as long as it's still lit.
I'm gonna let
Presumably
my
it
torch
is.
down as well.
Is there anything that I can fix my hempen rope to so that we have a way back up? Like, is the brazier bolted down?
Well, I mean, it's 5 feet.
Oh, well, I mean,
There's
If
the
Thrymbi needs a boost,
maybe I don't want to get dirty when I climb back up.
if you need a boost,
Fine, alright.
Those big muscly arms of hers.
with my 10 strength.
I would say that there's a what looks like an empty torch holder here on the cave, like the cavern wall there, but the braziers are not like held down by anything. But
Okay.
they would probably not be able to necessarily support your weight, although you may not be sure how much the torch bolted to the cavern wall would either necessarily. But it's not the drop is not necessarily too hard to make it up across. It's not a like it's not straight down. It's more of a like a just kind of a steeper downward incline.
Is the blood trail going south here or east? I'm assuming south. Looks like it.
Most of it is south.
All right. Shiala is going to continue following it.
I will too.
Give me a second here.
Shiala is kind of taking the lead now since no more walls to break through at the moment. And she's just gonna keep moving forward.
All right, so you see the blood sort of. It looks like where you're standing right now, Shiala. There was a kind of just like a blood puddle, like a pretty big one, but it looks like someone's kind of tried to clean it up. But you can still see. That there was blood there. Like they didn't do a very good job of cleaning it up, but it looks like that's where the blood ended.
All right. I'm just gonna try and explore this chamber a little bit. in general.
I'm gonna hang out here in case something comes from the other side.
From behind you mean?
Yeah.
Taking up the rear guard.
Dark over here.
So as you go down towards the bottom of the cave, you notice these rock columns that go from the bottom of the cavern all the way to the top. That's what these things are down here.
Can I investigate and see what sort of creature made these holes?
They're not holes; they're columns. So they
They're
just
like
Oh,
stalagmites or
yeah.
stalactites or
Some-
whatever.
Sorry about that.
something.
Can you fit through them?
Stalactites. That's what I was about to ask. Can I like sort of shimmy my way through them into the? It looks like there's like a little tunnel back there.
Yes.
Okay. If I were to hear, I guess. Is there anything back here? Should I make a perception check?
You can do a perception check.
Alright.
Woo! You don't really notice anything other than the fact that it looks like the area, like the little rocks and everything down there haven't been disturbed the way that the front of the beginning of the cavern had been. But you don't notice
Alright.
anything at all out of the ordinary there.
So basically, it looks like nobody's been back in that little nook. Alright, so now I see this little over here. Is this a thing I can see through this little hole in the wall here?
Yeah, you notice that this giant rock seems to have been moved into place. You can kind of tell that there's marks underneath where this gets sort of not quite open like a door, but it does move to allow more people in. But you could, if you tried, you could probably squeeze through in there if maybe some people, like if you had the help of others to try to push the rock a little bit just to give yourselves a little bit more room.
Alright, Shiala's gonna call Thrymbi over and see if we can get this rock moved.
Alright. Do you have to roll a strength or something to try to move this rock enough?
Yes, I would like a strength check from everyone that is attempting to move the rock, please.
I'll help too.
Oof.
Oh, I did a save by accident.
Oh, I totally did as well.
So that would be a -2 for me, I think.
The sorceress moves it with her bulging, rippling muscles.
Do we roll strength instead of the save?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Should we re-roll or?
Yeah, I
rolled
did the wrong thing.
Yeah, if you can just hit the strength one.
It's much better.
It's the same roll. Oh no, it's lower by 1.
Sorry, give me 1 second.
And if we're able to move it enough, Shiala would try and move back in there.
Okay, sorry about that. Woof! Good y'all. Super strong. Strong! So, do you all attempt to move the rock?
Yes. And
Tell me exactly
Shiala
what you
would
try
try to. Shiala would try to be pushing it and enough for her to be able to at least look in there, if not slip back in.
Alright, so you're trying to like push it in?
Well, she's trying to kind of pull it out or push it, slide it back a little bit, like towards the towards this direction, maybe a little bit more in that direction.
Does she
so
bop
that she
it
can
too?
try.
I'm so glad someone else said it because I wanted to say it so much. I've wanted to make an erotic bop it joke for so long.
I'm so sorry.
Erotic puppet joke.
Yeah, because he was like, push it, pull it, slide it. Ugh, God.
Twisted.
All right, so with the help of all three of you, but mostly Shiala and Sariel. Sorry, Thrymbi. Thrymbi, you're trying, but you're kind of going
He just
against
all his
where
strength
he's
on that wall.
where
I
he's.
just have less leverage because I'm a dwarf.
So Shiala and Sariel like push one way, and Thrymbi sort of he thinks he's pushing the same way, but he's kind of pushing a little bit against them. But eventually, the rock moves in such a manner that you can now all squeeze through rather easily through the little opening, and you see that there's kind of another little tunnel. It's not as big as the one that got you here, but it does appear to be a tunnel that is made to go through. It's tall enough to fit human-sized people through.
Well, at least we know we won't encounter giants on the other side.
Or will you?
Shiala is going to go ahead and
Give her ideas.
slip through.
Okay. Do you still have your torch with you?
Yes.
Is that 5 or 10 feet? Yeah.
I don't know. I should probably
I'm
find
gonna
out.
send my lights in a line. They're each gonna be spaced 20 feet from each other, and from me, I believe. So like here, and then like here, like down the.
I'm just trying to see if you have to see them or if you can just send them. Give me 1 second. So I'm going to say that you can only send them as far as you can see them.
Okay, so torch is
So if you-
20 feet of bright light, and then dim light for another 20 feet.
hot diggity damn. All right, so let's see.
So we've been underselling the torch this whole time.
We really have, yeah. Okay. Sariel, if you wanted to take point on the cavern crawl, you'd be able to send your dancing lights further because you'd be able to see.
The dancing lights are equal to torches, right?
They are 10-foot radius,
Okay.
and it's only dim light. So I think your torch is actually better. But I mean, I can
You guys have dark vision, so.
I can basically cast dim light in like a 90-foot radius, or 90 feet away from me. I can make dim light because
dim
each light has to be within 20 feet of another light, or it winks out.
I think Shiala's just gonna take point regardless. She's very invested in figuring out what the hell's going on.
No worries.
She just kind of goes ahead. She's not even really paying attention to the others. She forges ahead.
All right, so you start to see that the tunnel forks, and the way to the left is it's getting a little smaller. The way to the right is getting really tiny.
Alright, she's gonna look at the ground, see if she can see any sort of signs of passage. Should I do a perception for that? I guess.
It's getting small enough that it just looks like the stone is
Okay.
not going to let anything pass through.
Alright, so
And
the other direction seems open.
as you look to the other side, you start to hear a noise back from where you came. And it sounds like a person's voice. Do you keep going down the tunnel?
No, I would start moving back towards the other direction, or I guess if it's tight enough, I would ask them to start moving back towards the other direction.
All right, move, Thrymbi.
Wait here.
Go.
And, like, should we like wait here and hide and hear what the person's saying, or should we go and like surprise them?
What would Thrymbi do?
Can I roll perception to see if I can hear what they're saying?
Roll perception, but give me 1 second. I just want to see one thing. Yeah, I thought that was like a hearing thing too, but no. Yes, perception, please.
Should we all just go ahead and do that?
Sure.
All right.
Jeez.
Get those low rolls out of the way.
My horrible, dull human ears.
That's right. Sariel is carrying all of you. It's good. Sariel, you try to
Sariel's strong.
listen to exactly what the noise is, and you can tell that it's coming from a very loud. It sounds like a loud, angry man, and there's not so much words now, but yelling, shouting, but it doesn't seem like coherent words, or at least that they're not in a language that you recognize. And as you're listening to this, you also notice 4 gold on the ground.
Wait, where on the ground?
Just like by her feet.
I pick up the gold.
Go ahead and add 4 gold to your...
Hell yeah.
Alright, so Thrymbi bursts out of here and looks for the guy around.
I did say do what Thrymbi would do.
I love that he's the one who's like, wait, do we like wait and listen and try to surprise him? And then he's like,
I had to
I'm just gonna
remind
run
him.
out.
There's an angry guy. He might be doing damage to things. Clerics hate
Yeah,
people doing damage to things.
You hate
Once he runs out, and they run out, Shiala just gonna go over here.
Alright, so the noises are getting louder, and you can tell that they're coming from the other direction that you didn't go in.
Alright, let's go there.
Yeah, Shiala's gonna go ahead and walk right up next to Thrymbi. She's a little bit more cautious now.
Do we see anything new, or should we go further?
No, we should just go ahead and move up here. I don't like that.
I'm gonna go over here.
I don't like those.
Is that what the heck? What is that?
So you get
That is a
closer,
beefy man.
and you see this very large dwarf. You can tell that he's a dwarf, but he's very large for his race. And
Bjorn, is that you?
He's a giant dwarf.
And you can tell he's a monk. He's got he's shirtless, but he does have pants on, and he's got this big, thick, bushy beard, and he's pulling on it, and he's just like making grunts and shouting and yelling. But again, no actual words seem to come out of it, at least that you understand. And he's standing by what looks like this hole that has been dug in the ground, and if you were to look down, the hole actually goes down about 10 feet or so, probably, maybe even a little bit more. And then you also hear some skittering on the cavern wall next to you.
Horrifying things we can see there.
And if you were to look over, you just see these little tiny, look like little, maybe like little like scarabs or ticks. They're very tiny.
Now we know how the itchy guy got his rash.
I don't like ticks.
And the monk sees you, and it feels almost like he's challenging you to do something, but he's not making any move. He's kind of just standing in place. He's pulling on his beard, and he's just shouting and yelling and nah, and just doing things like that.
So are we able to see this whole skeleton thing we see on the screen there?
If you were to peer down into it, yeah.
It's a hole. Okay.
It's a hole.
Shiala's just gonna walk right up to him and be like, "What is going on here? What happened?"
And he kind of looks at you. He's tugging on his beard. You can see that he's struggling with something. Just kind of moving in place now. And roll for initiative, please.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, fuck.
Oh man.
Remember to select your tokens. Do you have to bring up the initiative thing first, or?
I think I might actually have to.
Hey, got my bad roll out of the way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep the bandit with a crossbow now.
Nice.
Shiala is clearly caught off guard.
I think it's because Thrymbi's in such a good mood that he finally, like, he got through the wall. He's like, yeah.
So now he gets to go first.
Yeah.
Oof, those ticks go first.
Jeez.
Oh no. Okay, I love that the name is. What the heck is that? What the heck is that?
That one's even more questioning. That concerns me slightly more than if it was just normally named.
Well, you're not sure. You're not sure what it is quite yet. All right, we have everybody up. Awesome.
This monk needs some beard oil.
So wait, how tall is this dwarf? Is he taller than Shiala?
How tall is Shiala? Let's see.
I forget. Let me check. She is 5 foot.
He's probably, if you sit up straight, he's probably an inch or two taller. But he's kind of slouching because he's with his beard.
Shiala is shorter than the dwarf.
He's bound for the dwarf major leagues.
All right. So, as you're all kind of preparing yourself and seeing what's happening with this monk, a little weird tick scarab launches itself onto Thrymbi.
Oh no.
And it attaches itself to you. It kind of starts, like it jumps, kind of lands just on your chest, kind of starts crawling up and finds an open skin and bites.
Told you to stop wearing those deep V-necks.
I love V-necks.
Freaking hipster.
It's very tiny,
Especially
so it can.
dwarf clerics, because they have to show off their chest hair.
But it misses.
Okay, at this point, can I thunderously rebuke him with my Wrath of the Storm?
Let's see. Well, so it's on you, first and foremost. What is Oh, thank you for linking that.
Yeah, I found it.
I like how you phrased it.
So are you trying? Would you like to try to do this before it lands on you or after it lands on you. If you'd like to do it before, I'd like to do a Dex ability check, please.
I think after, because I think this is supposed to be after they hit you.
Okay. So let's see.
Or does it have to be like a hit? It can't be a miss. I'm not sure from the language on the skill.
It says it hits you with an attack.
Yeah, hits you with an attack.
Okay, so can I actually not use it?
Well, it did land on him. So.
Yeah, it landed on him, but it didn't attack, or it didn't successfully bite him. So it's up to you, Thrymbi. We could count this as an attack hit for the purposes of this particular.
Yeah, because this the intent of that is that it hit him. It has touched him. Is what I would get from how that's considered to be supposed to work.
Yeah, from the wording, I would say that the attack would have had to hit him.
Okay. Yeah, I think the strict wording makes more sense in my head, so I'm gonna not use that.
Okay.
All right.
I'll have my turn anyways.
Sorry, I like rules.
I like rules and regulations. I like being told what to do.
Well, and
I
even
prefer rules as intended over rules as written.
if it had hit you, and you had done the Wrath of the Storm, you would have also. We would have done the Dex ability check to see if you would have, managed to make that happen. Sort of. It's tricky, right? Because it's sort of all happening at the same time. But we would have done just like a Dex ability check.
Well, I mean,
with
it's
both
a react.
just to
It's a
see.
reaction thing. So.
Right, but what I'm saying is that
think-
this creature is on him. So if he were to cause the damage, would it be that he would sort of like move in a way, or go with me on this, but like if he kind of moves out of the way and flicks the creature off and then does it, or if he doesn't do that and also hits himself, since it's a little bit unique
think
situation.
I think in an instance like that, if it is on him, you could just make him take the dex save as well to see if he
Right.
takes damage. But
I was assuming the electrical attack came from you. Like, as in, it came out of you because of you got hit. Is what I was assuming. So that's where I was coming from.
All right, so Thrymbi, you're up.
Okay, alright. Do I have to do... So, okay, I gotta be honest with you, I kind of checked out because I already was like, I'm just not gonna do the thing. Do I have to make a check to get this bug off me before I attack it? Or am I somehow jiggering my hammer to swing close to my own body but not on top of it?
So because it didn't bite you, it's actually now it has fallen and it's sort of like around you. It's sort of occupying the space in the same sort of 5-foot radius, but it is not on you. It fell to the ground, basically.
You gotta hit it like a golf ball.
she's
Yeah,
saying
I
you
figured.
can smash it.
Yeah. No.
Thrymbi smash.
Get here. Let's see. What if I thunder wave if I thunder wave in its direction and the direction of the other bug? Can I thunder wave something like this area towards this area and hit them both?
You could also move back a little bit if you needed to angle it right, because
So Thunderwave is not something you can angle. It's a 15 cube that originates from you, so you're part of that 15, if you will. The
Well,
way I
you
understand
can
it,
still pick a direction.
it's around you, like it kind of erupts from 15 cube, like more like this, if that makes sense.
Oh.
It erupts from you in all directions rather than like a...
wait, I
don't
thought
know.
it was a cone. It's not a cone. Hold on.
It's a cube, a 15-foot cube that originates from
Dude, I've been
the caster.
reading that spell wrong for like so long.
Oh, if you go to page 204 or 201, 204, it describes that cones are, it describes that cubes are supposed to be, let's see, you select a cube's point of origin which lies anywhere on a face of the cubic effect. So the cube is actually next to me, it's not originating from me, I thought. But if that's wrong, I can do another thing.
So even if it
I
originated...
think one of the squares, you have to be one of the squares of the cube, I think is what that means.
So basically...
Would it be like this?
Let's draw the cube.
Yeah, I would think by the description you could do something like that. Because it says it selects a point of origin which lies anywhere on a face of the cube effect. So I would think that any edge of the cube would be a face of that cube effect. I don't know for sure.
Give me 1 second.
They decided to make their graphic in 3 dimensions, just to make it extra confusing.
I kind of feel like it's what Squid's saying because it says every creature in the cube takes damage. So, like, he would take damage if he was in his own cube. Right?
Oh yeah, no, it does say it says a cube's point of origin is not included in the cube's area of effect unless you decide otherwise. So yeah, no, he's right.
I think it just has to start within 5 feet of him.
Well, he would be in the cube, yes, but if it's originating from him...
What it says is that the cube's point of origin is not included inside the area of effect.
Well, is it alright if you just
okay,
make
gotcha.
a quick ruling and then we'll look it up later or something, but we just want to move on for now.
Yeah, so...
And I know that's got weird
Oh,
characters in it.
it also, yeah, it says which lies anywhere on a face of the cubic effect. So on page 205, like 204 technically, according to the written page number on the page of the handbook, but it shows like a little star on the side of the cube as the point of origin.
Yeah, they should have gone with it.
So we can do
Two-dimensional drawing
the
there.
blue, if you'd like to do that.
The blue? Okay, sure. Let's do
That
the
can
blue.
be the final ruling. It's the
Cool.
final ruling.
Get your gavel. Bam, bam.
No,
Yeah,
that's
hers
what
goes-
you've got the gavel.
Order. I will have order.
Gavel of the gods.
All right, so I see that you did that in the chat. Okay, so I have to do a dex saving throw. And then,
No, this is the Constitution.
oh, whoops, I'm looking at the Wrath of Storm. I am. So many windows.
Now she's just gonna roll better.
I got the bad roll out of the way. Thank
Okay,
you.
that, yeah.
Alright.
Oof.
I told ya.
And let me do it for the other one.
Hey.
Wow.
What happens when you crit fail a saving throw?
I don't think it's
I'll tell you.
considered special, but it's DM's choice.
So let's see. So alright, so this one's gonna take half damage. What was your damage? 9, right?
Yes.
So we'll do 4. And then 9, and then gets pushed back. probably to here, I'm guessing.
Is there also a way I'm supposed to be linking the spell description?
What's that?
Oh, sorry, never mind. I was musing to myself.
I had the same problem.
So it kind of just scurries up the wall, really. I guess it can't really traverse stone quite as bit, but you basically just send it all the way up to the cavern ceiling. It kind of gets stuck up at the top there, and it's sort of like trying to wriggle itself free.
Ah, yeah. Bugs hate Thrymbis.
I am scared by the fact that there is potentially more than one Thrymbi.
I'm more scared that he just referred to himself in the third person. I think he's losing it. I think that bite really got to him.
Wait, you thought he was sane this whole time?
Does that end
Now,
your turn?
which one of us is insane?
Unsane. Now which one of us is...
I mean, from a clinical standpoint, he's quite sane.
Thrymbi, does that end your turn?
Yes. Oh, sorry, yes.
Alright. Okay. Meanwhile, the crazed monk is starting getting a little quieter, but more intense, which sounds frightening. So it looks at Shiala, and it's going to make 3 strikes.
Oh, jeez.
And if 2 of the attacks hit, something will happen. So here we go. Do 1 unarmed strike,
Miss.
and another,
That hits.
and a 3rd.
That one definitely missed.
All right.
He punched himself.
So you can tell that this monk, as he's hitting you, something is holding him back, and he's struggling with himself, and he keeps pulling on his beard. It may almost make you think that he might have one of those little thingies in his beard.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
You can't really see anything in there. But he does hit you for 8.
Okay, 8.
Sariel, you're up.
Alright, so
Why does
prepare yourself. Try out.
Uh-oh.
So I've known how to cast this spell, but I have never cast it yet, guys. And it might be a little insane.
Is she
I'm
saying
gonna-
this in character?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm gonna aim at the monk.
Which monk then? Think about it.
Does that, does that hit him?
Yes.
Alright,
I'll
so
say I sure
Crazy.
hope so.
crazy part happens.
Messing
Okay.
with my monk fight.
So this spell's kind of crazy. Basically, I roll 2d8 plus 1d6. That's the damage. I choose one of the d8s. The number rolled on that die determines the attack's damage type as shown below, right? And then if I roll the same number on both d8s, the chaotic energy leaps from the target to a different creature of my choice within 30 feet of it.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna roll.
Ah.
Alright, and the damage type is going to be... We're gonna do... lightning.
Dang it.
Thrimby's
Everybody loves lightning.
So that's 10 lightning damage.
Man, it's almost as if the spell itself is just really chaotic. You never know what.
All right. So that bolt hits him. He kind of looks up at you as if he's noticing you for the first time.
Oh no.
Oh no. Romance.
I wave at him.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Across the cavern. Does that end their turn?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. Shiala, you're up.
Alright, so I am going to just full on attack him and I assume probably try to do what he was trying to do to me.
Get him, Shiala.
Let's see, because we're going to do I'm going to use one of my key as well for this, because I'm going to do my unarmed attack. Oh, I assume that hits.
Yes.
I'm just going to roll the damage. Why is it doing things? There we go.
Do the thing.
So that's that. And then I'm gonna make my two attacks as a bonus action with my one key for the flurry of blow. Wow, that works.
Those are hits. The Battle of the Monks.
And he has to make a dexterity saving throw or be knocked prone. I'm not actually sure what the DC on that is.
What was that? The was it? The flurry of blows.
Yeah, and as the open hand monk, I can, when I do my flurry of blows, I can impose one of a bunch of effects, and one of them is to make them succeed a dexterity saving throw or be knocked prone. And I don't know what the DC for that is.
Let's see. I'm guessing it. Oh, you don't have a spell casting thing. Let's see. Monk's fatal blow.
I mean, if it's just like 10 plus my dexterity, he passes. But I don't know if that's what it is. Let me see.
What's it? What is the? Sorry. Let me just. So many windows are open. So many.
The digital version of having your table covered in paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't say what exactly.
Okay, key save DC is 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your wisdom modifier. So that would be
9 plus something.
8 plus 2 plus 3, so 8 plus 5 would be 13.
All right.
So he passes. But he still takes 17 damage, I think.
17.
6 plus 6 plus 5.
Oh yeah, for all of them, yes.
No, one hit. Big super punch, elbow to the dome.
Narrated by the wolf.
Ow!
All right. Does that end your turn?
Yes, it does. I mean, yeah.
Right. Okay. Well. The thing you knocked back, way the heck back, Thrymbi.
Uh-oh.
I love the way she set that up.
Is coming down, wriggled itself free. It's coming down, and jumps on you and tries to bite you.
Oh.
Oh god.
8 damage.
What the heck is that indeed?
It came back with a vengeance.
It just laid eggs in your skin.
Oh god, don't even joke.
Way
Oh.
worse than a rash.
Oh.
Me as a mother to these bugs.
I can cut that off you.
That's
I
even
will
worse.
Nurture these children, and we're gonna rebuke. We're gonna rebuke.
These are Camo's blessing.
So when it landed on you, it landed on your actually are you wearing something on your head?
No.
No. Okay. So it landed right on top of your head and like bit into your skull so hard that a little trickle of blood just like ran into your eye and
And then it exploded with static electricity.
and so like you for your next turn as a bonus action you have to wipe the blood off from your eye
Okay.
so you can see.
So, wait, so that I can see, or
Yeah.
or I have to.
I mean, he has another eye.
If you don't wipe the blood off from, you'd have to attack at a disadvantage.
Okay, sure.
So you're gonna do Wrath of Storm. Okay, so it's on top of your head. So you will also have to do a dex saving throw, please, because you're
Saving throw.
yeah.
All right. 2 passes.
And it's good.
Almost. It was an almost.
Of course, this happens to the fatal. So funny. All right, so let's see. So we both failed. Now tell me, where does the rebuke come from? Does it come from your hand? Does it come from?
I always think of the rebuke as like Tempest clerics are just supercharged with static electricity, and when you hit them, you just the static electricity just like explodes.
Okay.
So it comes directly from my dome.
So it's
It
more
also comes
from
from
like,
not being hugged enough as a child.
okay. So in that case, if it's more like, yeah, like static electricity. Now, even with static electricity, right? Like if you think about it, when you touch someone and the static electricity happens, right? Like you both sort of get the shock, right? Even if it originates
super
from that
dangerous.
person. But because you're not, it's still discharging from you. We'll have him take an eighth of the damage. How about that?
Alright.
Wait, who am I taking an eighth, or is it
You
the
are.
team taking it?
You are, because it's
Oh.
literally like its teeth are in you. You know what I mean? Like it's rough. So I don't think did you roll the damage yet?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so go for it.
Right here. So am I taking 1 or 2?
Take one.
Alright, cool. I will race to the bottom of this HP pool as long as they get there first.
Yeah, it's a tricky situation because it's a different kind of, it's not like somebody hitting you with a weapon or something like that. So it's a little.
Yeah, I'm down.
We're discovering it as we go.
I'm confused. Why is he taking damage?
So
Because the DM has decreed.
Because the bug is on him and not just attacking him.
and it's bitten him, so it's attached to him.
So he's basically channeling electricity into himself through the bug.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's kind of like a unique situation.
straight into my brain.
Now, Thrymbi, you can try to remove the creature on your next turn as an action, if you would like to do that. Just as an FYI.
Or you can just keep shocking it and taking damage.
Let's take my Warhammer and dash myself right there. Let's pin there.
I think we might need a...
It's like impromptu shock therapy. He comes out of this battle, he's like, I think there's hope for life after, guys.
And then Shiala smacks him on the head and he goes back to normal.
Alright, and actually at this point, Thrymbi or Sariel, give me an Arcana check, please.
One or
I'm
both?
bad at-
Unless-
Both,
What,
because...
not me with my nat 20 yesterday? Or not yesterday, last time?
Alright, so Thrymbi, as this little thing is doing its thing, you kind of figure out that you heard about these little mites.
Things? Sorry.
They are from your dwarven kin, who spend many a time down beneath the ground in locations such as these, where these little mites exist, and you suddenly remember that if you're a spellcaster, they're particularly nasty toward those classes, toward those people, from what you've heard, and that's what you remember.
Oof. I keep that knowledge to myself.
Don't want to demoralize the group.
I completely missed what was said there.
It's okay, you don't even know it, so it's
Yeah,
fine.
I know.
The true roleplay.
Alright, so second little bugger is on the ground. And it's also going to try to bite you. Again.
Alright.
They apparently like dwarves.
They're shorter, closer to the ground,
They love Thrymbies.
Yeah.
Thought we went over this.
There's a whole campaign. Now they love Thrimbies. Now they're at war with Asia. That misses, by the way.
They go and tell their family, and their family swears vengeance.
Oh no.
Oh wait, it's my turn, isn't it?
Yes, it
Like a little
misses you.
Hatfield and McCoy situation.
Still on the ground.
Okay.
Mites and Thrimbies.
So for this bug that's touching me, first of all, I spend my bonus action to wipe the blood from my eyes,
Thank you.
and then this thing that's still attached to me, right?
Yes.
I try to cast inflict wounds on it, which in the game it's described as this, and I imagine just like my hand is full of electricity, and I'm reaching over my head really, really dangerously and trying to touch it.
With
And it's 12
electricity,
hit.
huh?
Yes. Well, it's technically necrotic, so I actually guess it's just death. It's just straight death.
Well, I mean, that's kind of in his portfolio as well.
Yeah,
So.
it's perfect.
Electricity and death.
We can all die at any time. Let's test fate. And he's like patting himself on the back. It's like, get here. Come here.
You are not able to really fully reach it and hit it with your hand.
All right.
So in 5e, do you still get to keep trying with touch attacks until you hit? Because that's a thing in the previous versions. If you use a melee touch attack, and you miss, it doesn't like waste the spell. I don't know if that's the same in 5e or not.
When he does it in this case, tries to do inflict wounds, he misses. That still uses the spell, but he can still.
Well, he still gets to try until he hits.
Exactly.
That's what I meant.
Like
sorry.
like as long as he's got the spell slots for it, then he can.
Yeah.
Does this end your turn, Thrymbi?
Yeah.
All right, crazed monk is gonna try again. He just does not have the strength in himself to perform the same thing as before, so he is just going to do his regular attacks. But you can see that he's struggling. And he's gonna go for Shiala again. First, he's going to do an unarmed strike.
That hits.
Hits. And then you notice that an unleash. He seems to unleash some sort of like force.
All right. That one doesn't hit.
But he doesn't try too hard to let it go. He kind of reins it in because it doesn't look like he wants to attack you. You can really sense that from him, Shiala.
In that case, from now on, she is going to be hitting non-lethal.
Okay.
I was gonna say, do you have like a cleanse or anything?
No.
Okay. I don't either.
So those were his only attacks then?
Yes.
Okay.
His only
Just
attack.
making sure.
Sariel, you're up.
Okay. I will. Oh man, if I take a step over here, I'm gonna get opportunity attacked, right? I was gonna do the whole apple on the head thing, because I have a short bow, and try to hit the bug that's on top of Thrymbi's head. But if I shoot from here, it'll be
a terrible idea. Oh man, that's so scary.
I'm gonna want you to launch a full-on chaos bolt.
He turns into the Joker when he's staring down that semi. He's like, "Come on, hit me!"
I feel like it would actually like empower him somehow. Like he would gain strength from being hit with chaos.
I could use my dagger and slowly try to cut it off of him.
Give me a. Well, first off, how do you let Thrymbi know what's happening, or do you?
Or do you just start carving it off of his head?
I just tell him, stand still, I'm gonna help you now. In like a kind of crazy voice.
You know what? I'm gonna let the dice decide what I do.
You're gonna let the
There
dice
we go.
decide?
Oh dear God.
Chaos
There we go.
If I get 10 or more, I let you try to cut it off. If I get less than 10, I'm still screaming and thrashing.
Yes.
Okay, I'll let you cut it off.
So
So, Sariel, I'm gonna need you to give me an acrobatics check. We're gonna. I feel like this requires some agility and dexterity, and I believe that's. Or yeah, and then acrobatics is off of that.
I don't just make a weapon attack? Because I actually have a dagger as a weapon.
Oh! So you're not trying to like gently kind of scoop
I
under,
am...
or are you just like attacking the mite itself?
I was hoping for both. Like it would lose its grip if it took damage or something.
like cut its head off so that it It's off of him and dead.
So like, explain to me what you want to do, and then let's see how we can make it happen.
Oh, I was hoping. So you know how if someone's using concentration and they take damage, they have to do like a Constitution save, or they stop concentrating on that thing. I would feel like the bug would have to do some kind of either a Constitution or Dexterity or something, or acrobatic save to, like, even if I miss, to avoid the attack and still hold on with its bite on Thrymbi's head. Or, you know, fall off if it fails. Maybe. Sort of thing. Maybe?
Okay, so
or I could just try to peel it off him, but they're just gonna bite him again, so I don't know.
All right, so let's have you do an attack then. Straight on
Okey-doke.
attack.
Oh man, do I just use my dagger, or do I just like... All of my spells are pretty crazy. I'm just gonna use my dagger so I don't kill my friend. Does that miss?
It does.
Oh, god damn it.
Thrymbi's moving around too much still, and it's just not working out.
You're just lucky you didn't get electrocuted.
Alright, so I was being too careful or something. Just whiffed it.
You didn't want to hurt him. That's very nice of you.
Oh, did I not? Oh, I totally didn't take... I thought I had the bonus action heal, and I don't. I should have just healed you through B. I'm so sorry.
I would really help that story.
Well, that's my turn.
Kill it with fire. Alright.
Shiala, you're up.
So, Shiala is going to continue attempting to hit this monk, except that she is now a little bit more concerned and doesn't want to kill him, so she's going to be trying to aim to knock him out instead. So she's just going to make her normal 2 attacks.
Just wanted to be accurate.
Oh. I'm assuming that does not hit.
It does not.
Let's make our second one. That one also doesn't hit. She's trying too hard not to hurt him. And that is going to be it.
Okay.
Just be something on
It
that.
looks like Thrymbi's looking up at the bug, too.
And
Yeah, like he's ready to just zap it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's literally trying to do what we're doing. It's
He's like,
amazing.
get off me.
I couldn't have planned this better myself. Alright, the other mite on the floor has kind of stopped trying to bite Thrymbi over here because it's not working out for it, you know? So he's gonna go for Sariel.
No!
Oh no.
Ew, bugs, get off me! No!
And it bites her.
Oh,
Where does it bite me?
So,
Where is it? Get it, guys!
what are you wearing, Sariel?
Hey!
Clothes?
Good
What are
Hey.
you wearing?
This is the party I came for.
give me some of that ERP.
Please explain to me where we might see some flesh on you.
Oh my gosh, I hope it's the ankles. Ooh.
What year is this?
I'm wearing clothes, and they're just cloth, and my shoulders are exposed, and then it's like a dress, I believe. So
Keep talking, keep talking.
it's all black, and it's satin, and you can see
Color on
through
you.
the part above the breast area, like between my neck and my breasts. It's kind of like meshy, so you can like see
Sheer.
through it. Yes, it's sheer. Thank you.
Oh,
I love it when you say breast area.
So my shoulders, my neck, my face, my hands, and
She's
my
just
legs are
describing
exposed.
the picture.
So with the can the mite?
Okay, I picked out the full avatar. Okay. All right.
So the mite is actually coming because it's already on the ground, so it kind of starts going up your leg. So the first place where it can kind of find flesh sounds terrible. Just like chomps on down. So if it can get if your
Where's that
bottom
bug
legs are
going?
exposed, that's where it's gonna bite.
Guys, is this what they say when they say you have crabs? Do I have crabs right now?
Oh man.
Some mega crabs.
Remember Itchy Thug? Well, I guess you guys don't remember Itchy Thug, so never mind.
I do.
I'm
You're in
like
our hearts,
crying
Itchy
right
Thug.
now. I'm sorry.
All right. Thrymbi, you're up.
I'm just waiting for her to tell you that it like tries to your skin.
Hey, real quick, is one of the bugs missing from the initiative?
Oh,
Ah,
please hold.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, I think when I was trying to put him on top there, it did a thingy-mabobber. Let me see what their initiative is.
Oh man, those thingy,
There it is.
they get you every time.
Nope. Oh boy. So this one was.
you guys can have the bugs. I'll deal with the crazed monk.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Although if he hits me with that thing he tried to hit me with before, I'm screwed.
How much health are you on?
12?
Oh.
That's half my health.
Alright, that's actually pretty bad, isn't it?
Have you ever considered death?
The mites have just
Okay.
distracted y'all so hard.
Yeah.
So hard.
And it's gonna continue to distract me as I still try to hit it with that old inflict wounds. So we're gonna boop that dupe, and it's gonna miss, right?
Yes.
That's my turn.
Boop that dude.
It's still holding on. It's still holding on to your head. But luckily no more blood is coming out, so you're not really sure if it's sucking blood or what it's doing, or if it's just like a really good stopgap, but there's no more
It's
blood.
definitely laying a million eggs in malaria right into my bloodstream.
Shut up! There's one on me too. God damn it, Thrymbi.
I had to take malaria pills. Those things fucked. Good luck, guys.
Oh.
We just need to find a paladin. And he can get rid of your crabs too.
So
Uh-oh.
the monk is
Oh shit.
is getting back some of his strength, but he can kind of tell Shiala that you're not doing so good necessarily, and so it's pulling at its beard, and you can tell that it's just really struggling, and he backs up behind the braziers, and he just he manages to just like punch. He tries to punch the braziers, kind of punching himself. So he's gonna hit himself 3 times, or he's gonna make 3 hits.
Oh
and-
yeah, do I get that opportunity attack then too?
Yes.
Right, I'm gonna try and punch for where he was tugging at.
That hits.
Alright. Max damage.
All right. So you kind of see in his eyes that he's a little he's like thankful. It looks like
Again, that was non-lethal.
yeah, he. It looks like there's intelligence behind those eyes. Like he's not just kind of acting crazy, and
Yeah.
isn't something there. But you're definitely getting the sense that something is making him do this, because what sane person then just goes and hits themselves, right?
Everybody looks over at Thrymbi.
God, she's throwing shade tonight.
I don't
Jesus.
even mean that.
We are just racing to the bottom of these HP points.
Well, he's being. It's not that he's doing it to himself. It's like he's got something on him too. Is you know, like Thrymbi understands. He understands the crazed monk.
Yeah, Thrymbi understands the crazy.
Thrymbi is the crazed cleric.
All right, Sariel, you're up.
Alright, there's this bug on me, and I really want it to not be on me. Wait,
You can.
bugs don't weigh more than 10 pounds,
So,
right?
This one does not know.
Alright,
You can do it. Oh, go ahead. You can go first. Ian.
I'm gonna use my mage hand, and I'm going to grab it, and grip it with the mage hand in a strong grip, and then I'm going to make the mage hand rip it out of my leg. So I'm gonna let you determine how much damage I take from that. That's what's happening right now.
So give me a strength check, and also what's your spell casting? Is it charisma?
Yes.
And a charisma check, please.
It's actually, it looks like it's 10 pounds.
All right. So
Yeah, I said it's not more than 10 pounds, right? And she said no.
Oh, I thought you said 5.
No, I said 10.
all right. So with your mage hand, you're able to pull the mite off your leg. But as it's pulling out, oh boy, I just say the weirdest shit.
Craigasm.
It tries to hold on really hard, and it leeches one of your level 1 spell slots from you. You can
Jesus.
feel the magic sort of drain out a little bit. And then what does the mage hand do with it?
I just have the mage hand hold it, so is that possible? Could I just keep it restrained with the mage hand?
Yeah, where are you? We can have it grappled basically, and where do you where is it holding it? Like how far away from you, or where does it move anywhere, or does it just sort of pull it and then just hold it right there?
I'm gonna make it go right here. Just, yeah, away from,
It's like by the wall here.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Does that end your turn? Or
Yes.
would you like to do something else? Okay.
So, what's up with the bug now?
It is being restrained / grappled by the mage hand by the wall there, and it's sort of struggling, but it's
Can I move over next to it then?
if you would like to, of course.
Okay. I'm going to attack it. I'm going to punch the bug.
Technically, you could punch it from where you were.
Oh, could I? I was gonna do that.
Yeah, you can attack another creature within 5 feet from
Oh,
you.
well, yeah, I guess. Just the way how small it is made me forget that.
Yeah.
Do I get any sort of bonus for it being restrained?
I
see.
believe. Hold on.
Attack rolls will have advantage.
Okay. I don't think I need advantage on that one.
That hit.
I'm just gonna go ahead and roll both. Does that hit?
The second one does not hit.
I'm just gonna roll that one with advantage. Okay, never mind. So one of them hits. Max damage again. That is not non-lethal.
All right. You managed to hit it, and then it was kind of like struggling around in the mage hand, and just kind of missed with the second two because it's tiny. You know, it's small.
Yeah.
It's small.
And that is my turn.
All right. All right. Thrimbi's best friend.
Yeah.
His new hat.
Could grab me.
Is going to also leech some magic from him. And it's going to be a level 2 spell slot. And again, Thrymbi, you feel a little bit of your magic reservoir going down. And as that's happening, and you feel that magic, you realize
Feel the magic.
that this is actually an Arcanamite, and you remembered the name from the Dwarven stories that you've heard.
Alright.
He still doesn't share that with anybody.
And that'll be for that one. The other one's gonna try to escape the mage hand. It's gonna do a. I think mage hand doesn't say anything about anything in particular, right? Because I was gonna just have him do a dex save or a dex check, and see if.
Yeah, I would say that you use my spell save DC for that.
Perfect. So let's do that.
Like, that's what I'm guessing.
Sounds good to me. It does not probably manage to get out of the mage hand.
No, it does not beat 13.
And you hear, Shiala, you hear just a little squeak, just like the tiniest squeak coming from the Arcanamite, like. It's a little pissed off.
She is unsympathetic to its pleas.
Thrymbi, you're up.
Hell yeah.
Alright. This is
Yes,
so this is
there.
actually my last spell slot, but I really want to kill this thing, so we're gonna try and flick me once again. I'm just groping around my head with the power of pure death.
Wait, if you haven't hit it, you don't have to keep spending spell slots on it.
I think you do in 5e.
Show me the page. Whatever. Let's just roll the damage right now.
That hits.
23 damage.
Ooh!
Squish it! Oh.
Tell me how you inflict these deathly wounds upon it.
Okay, so like when I cast inflict wounds, my hand kind of it doesn't glow black because you can't technically glow black. It just kind of like devours the light around itself, so it looks black. And I'm just like feeling around on my head, and I finally get the sucker and I like grab it, and it squeaks as it like withers and turns old in the blink of an eye, and disappears and like turns into ash and blows away. Well, there's no wind. It just turns into ash on my head, I guess.
I love that you had this picture of like it just blowing away and then you're just shit.
Gotta
It was
maintain
just
consistency.
sprinkles
Keep
down
that
your
immersion.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if that looks like ash, but we'll go with it.
Alright, and that's my turn. It's old Thrymbi's turn.
All right. Crazed monk. He's kind of whimpering now, and starting to like just sort of like rock back and forth, and he gets another surge of power, and he moves over to in between Sariel and Shiala. And just for the briefest of seconds, looks back and forth between the two and goes for Sariel at the very last moment with a strike.
Oh no, critical
He
fail.
punches himself.
And at the last moment, he kind of turns and punches himself in the face, which unleashes his raw power
Oh no!
and kind
Oh
of
wow.
sends him stumbling back a little bit. And as he does that, you see this little black smoke come out from him. This little inkling kind of escape his, like, it looks like it's coming from out of his ear, but it's kind of like liquidy but smoky, and it occupies the space right next to him.
It's a Mongolian death worm.
All right, Sariel, you're up.
Kill it with fire.
I mean, I really want to use Agonizar's Scorcher, seeing what it did to the monk, but I would hit the monk, so... hold on. That's only 1d10. Alright, we're gonna do Chromatic Orb. Sorry, 1 second. At the little crazy thing, by the way.
At the inkling.
Yeah.
Hey, nice.
All right, it hits. What kind
Alright,
of
and-
what kind of damage?
Let's see. For something that's liquidy, but what do you think would be more effective, guys? I can choose acid, cold fire, lightning, poison, or thunder.
Fire.
Things like that, I would go with fire.
Alright, so it's gonna be fire, and it's gonna be 3d8. Woo!
Fire.
Nice.
That's 16 fire damage.
This bug is on fire.
Yes, queen.
You kind of see the cloud sort of. It looks sort of like a net that catches the fire, wraps around the fire, splits up, and then comes back. And even though it doesn't make any noise, it's now. It looks like it's about a little over half of its size that it used to be before.
Wait, so it absorbed it?
Did it shrink?
It shrunk. Yeah, it sort of
Okay.
wrapped around it and then shrunk in size.
Sorry. I heard that wrong. I thought you said it grew half like, yeah.
Oh no, yeah, no. Is there anything
Alright,
else
cool.
you'd like to do?
I don't think I have any bonus actions, so that is my turn. Thank
All right, Shiala.
Alright, so that thing is still alive. I'm gonna go ahead and shift focus to whatever the hell that is. And I guess I'm gonna go ahead and attack it and hope that it doesn't attach to my hand or my foot, because I'm actually gonna. Because I'm assuming that thing's on the ground, so it's more like she's going to stomp on it.
It's kind of yeah, it's sort of on the ground, but it sort of like moves up a little bit, probably maybe 2 to 3 feet, and kind of it's not really stationary.
Either way, she's going to be kicking it. That one's not gonna hit.
It does not. You try to hit it, and it kind of splits up again to allow your foot to pass through it, and you sort of ever so slightly become off balance, and for your next attack you'll have disadvantage.
Lovely.
If it's towards it.
Yes, it is.
Does that
It's a 12 for disadvantage. I rolled a 20 on the other one, so I rolled a 1 and then a 20.
it's
Can I have that 20 balanced out?
that does hit it.
Okay. 5 damage.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
All right.
We're fighting all these little itty bitty thingies.
So the Inkling is going to attempt to wrap around Shiala's face and enter through the ear. So Shiala, could I have you do a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh, I knew it!
Constitution saving throw. Hey. Is that good enough?
Yes, you managed to evade it. Since you kind of saw where it came from, you had a pretty good indication of what it does, and so you managed to dodge it at the last moment. And the Inkling is gonna know not to try that again, because you'll be able to see it coming.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, little Arcanumite in the mage hand is going to try another. It's gonna try to escape. It's prison here. And I forget, Sariel. What is the what's your spell?
Actually, if she
DC 13.
used another spell, does that make Mage Hand stop her?
No.
No.
Mage Hand persists for up to a minute, I believe, which is like.
So it's not concentration then.
No, it's not.
All right. So little Arcanumite successfully escapes the mage hand. And
Also, you can have one concentration spell active and cast other spells as long as you don't cast another concentration spell. Sorry for interrupting.
Okay.
yes. No, thank you, Sariel. I was gonna.
It was kind of important that we know that.
Yeah. So the little mite's just on the ground now, having escaped its little prison.
Damn it! Kill it!
Thrymbi, you're up.
With fire!
Alright, so this mite is on the ground now, and I take my hammer, Camwo's mite, and I try to smash it while it's on the ground. It's been a while since I actually used an attack. Give me a hot minute.
No worries.
Okay, here we go.
That hits.
That's a hit. 5 damage.
All right. It takes it like a champ, but it's kind of, you can kind of see its little tiny little legs wobbling. Does that end your turn? Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Turn. Yeah. Wait, can you hear me?
Yes.
We can now.
We can now.
We can now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do end my turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crazed monk is I had the
He's
word
still
in my
crazed?
head. He is not. No, I have to he is
Uncrazed
currently
monk.
he's currently stunned. So he's he's not going to be able to do much of anything, but he's also not attacking you anymore.
Yay. So to Shiala, this just looks like a slightly taller than her burly man.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
It wasn't a
Oh, okay.
question. I was just saying that since he's slightly taller than Shiala, she doesn't even realize he's a dwarf.
Alright, Sariel, you're up.
And I really wish that this guy and Shiala weren't here, so I could just come over here and use
Jeez.
Agonizar's Scourge and ruin both of those fucking things. But
People
yeah,
are always
since,
getting in the way.
right?
Damn these allies.
Does it have a saving throw?
I only have one spell slot left, but I'm gonna. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do another chromatic orb, I think, but I'm gonna spend 3 sorcery points to do twin spell.
Oh.
Wait,
There
is
you
it
go.
3? Hold on. Oh, equal to the spell's level. I'm sorry, I'm going to spend 1 sorcery point blah, to do chromatic orb on both the icky things, not counting Thrymbi.
The icky things.
Don't
Okay.
sweat the petty things and don't
Oh,
sweat
and
the
it
sweaty things.
crits! It crits! I'm sorry, I'm
It's-
so happy right now. The damage is fire, by the way. I'm so happy right now. This is the first time I've used my sorcery point.
And it's a crit. Does that count for both attacks?
Yes, it does.
Nice.
I got so excited I forgot what my spell does. Hold on.
You hurl a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy at a creature.
Right,
you said
right,
you
right.
chose fire,
Yep. And, it's
and the attack
3d8.
hits. It's 3d8 damage.
That is 12 damage. Oh wait, no. I'm sorry. So it's 68 because of crit.
Yeah, you roll it again.
So that is 25 damage to both of the icky creatures.
Ooh.
Tell me exactly
with
how you
fire.
murderize them and killing them with fire. What happens to them?
I envision them turning to nothing but dust and smoke. And then it happens.
She brings her imagination into reality.
And then you bring the ashes to Thrimbi's, and no.
And it forms into a massive ash monk.
It forms into a second Thrymbi.
It-
Ah, this would make a great offering to Camelot.
All right, so you've taken care of all the tiny little things around here, and as they turn to ash and disappear, you don't notice anything else around you. The dwarf looks at all of you, and he's trying to speak, but he's kind of holding himself up against the wall here, and trying to get his bearings. He's gotten pretty hurt during this fight. What do you do?
Well, also, I know that, it's not my turn anymore, but since the, fight's over, can I just, cure Thrymbi? I have to spend sorcery points to gain another spell slot back, which I have enough for.
Okay.
I'm at 20 HP. I'm fine.
Oh, I thought you were like dying.
No. Dwarves don't
Oh, well then I don't do any of that.
die.
I take it all back.
Shiala's at half health.
Oh. Well, how much is half health for you? I have 15.
12.
Okay. I will do that for Shiala.
Just all the way back up to full, or what?
No, it's I'm gonna cast it right now. Oh, I
okay,
guess I
gotcha.
could have casted it at a level 2. Shit.
It's better than nothing.
Hold on, I could just do the extra die if I wanted to do a level 2. I think it's an extra 1d8 at a higher level. Okay, so just, yeah, 11 health, and I'm gonna get rid of one of my spell 2, or 2.
Alright.
I'm gonna stop talking now.
That is 1 point less than her maximum.
Woohoo!
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Shiala is going to, now that she is healed, just kind of catch her breath and go over to the just a regular monk dude. And she's probably gonna wait for him to gather himself, because she realizes now what he was dealing with, and just kind of wait for him to be ready to talk, because presumably he will talk on his own unless he's taken a vow of silence.
So you all just are waiting for him to kind of say something first.
Yeah, I am anyways.
Okay, so
How does he look? I look at his face. Does he look scared? Does he look... How does he look?
he looks relieved and very weary. And even though he hasn't really been able to put a word together since the inkling left him, he's reaching out a hand to all of you, kind of, you know, a sweeping, like a sweeping hand gesture, as a sort of a thank you. But it looks like he's still trying to catch his breath to speak, and
Shiala just reaches out and puts her hand on his shoulder, and trying to be a comforting manner.
the dwarf looks at you, kind of notices what you're wearing, and he manages out one word. Miris. And it's more of a question than a statement as he's looking at you.
Shiala just kind of gives him a weird look, and she recognizes what he said. She's just kind of trying to connect some dots in her mind, because she hasn't heard that name for a little while. But it was one of the people she was probably going to expect to meet when she came here, but she hadn't been here since she was a child, so she's still trying to bring up those memories. And she just kind of nods to him to let him know that she understands what he's trying to say, and then asks, what about her?
So the monk kind of pushes himself off the wall and tries to not push past you, but sort of just look around and see where he is, and he tries again, saying Miris, this time more like he's trying to shout her name, and kind of goes around, notices the hole, just sort of stumbles over to the edge, looks down.
Oh no, she's the dead person.
And says, Miris again, and he kind of looks down, and
Shiala goes over and looks down into the hole.
And when you look down, you see this hole. It's probably like it's 10 feet down, maybe even a little deeper than that. You can see that whoever was there, I mean, their bones have decomposed a lot. It's probably been there many years. And you can see kind of scratches in the ground from just your first look.
Shiala notices. She takes in just how long it appears the body appears to have been there, and at that point it doesn't hit her as hard that Miris is dead, because presumably it happened a long time ago. It's not like it just happened and she was too late to save them or something, which she was worried about when she heard him saying that. But so she just looks down there and asks why she's down in here. What's going on?
The monk looks at you. He kind of shakes his head. He's like, he says, "No, that's not her." And he gets back up. He's like, "Miris!" And he starts yelling again and tries to go back
Is she
out.
here? She just follows him.
And he keeps yelling. He sees Thrymbi, kind of walks by him. Unless Thrymbi, you're gonna do something to stop him.
Nah, I just let the scene play out.
Shiala is just on the dwarf and kind of looking around, because she's now expecting to find Miris, because he says that is not her.
Can I investigate the body real quick?
Yes.
How deep is this hole?
About 10 feet.
About 10 feet, maybe a little bit deeper. It's definitely twice as
anything?
long as, or twice as low as the drop that you had coming into the cavern.
Is there anything I can attach a rope to?
Dwarf.
Can I get a perception check?
Yeah. Ugh. Thrymbi, be a dear. Hold this, please.
I hold on to the rope.
Come over here so it'll reach,
Like,
please.
What's
Well, I guess
what are
this
we
is
doing? What's going
50
on?
foot. Alright, just don't let go of this rope. And I'm gonna use this to climb back up out of this hole. Just stand there and hold this, please.
I'll try.
Please.
Yeah, I got you. I say it in a way that's like.
Alright, I lower myself into the hole.
Very
How-
convincing.
How long is your rope?
50 feet.
And then can I have you do an investigation check, please?
Yes, ma'am. 10 hole investigation.
So you get down to the bottom, and you notice that there was something else that was stored here besides just the corpse. It looks like maybe boxes, sacks. It's kind of all sorts of shapes on
Sacks
that
of
side.
gold.
And
I like money.
you also noticed that the corpse is also had sort of like been like rolled out of the way, so it looks like it's sort of on some things. Would you like to look closer?
Yes.
Can I have you do a perception check, please? So at first glance, you notice that sort of behind its legs there and chest area, there's some gold pieces, about 92 to be exact.
Ooh. I pick up the gold.
And then you notice as you kind of moved the corpse that some of the rags that are around it, something fell out of it, and it's a glass jar, It's not much bigger than your hand. And you kind of smell it. It smells a little bit like aloe, maybe. And as you look at it, you realize that there's some like thick, like kind of green mixture inside. It doesn't. It smells good. It smells like a good thing. You don't get anything like wonky from it. What do you do?
I take the jar.
All right, put the glass jar in your inventory, please.
Grave Robin smells good.
Everybody yells, "Hey, what you find down there?"
Oh, nothing.
All right.
I believe you completely, friend.
Sense motive.
Thrymbi, can I have you do an insight and Sariel, can you do a deception check for me, please?
Okay. Damn it. I'm just kidding. I found stuff.
Now that you've been caught red-handed.
But I want to keep it to myself.
Alright, whatever. I'm getting tired holding this thing. Make it quick.
Okay, I also wanted to ask if I could see the cause of death on the bones. Like, could I see, like, a hole in the skull? Or, like, how did this person die? And is it a male or female?
Woo, okay. We're gonna
I've
do
seen quite a few bones. I grew up as an urchin, so I've seen a lot of death.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
I'd like you to do
Bones littering
a survival check and a medicine check.
Oh, that's a good medicine check.
I know, right? We wasted it. I'm just kidding. I have spare the dying, so I don't really need medicine checks.
So you can tell from the bones that it was a man. You're thinking maybe human, but that's just mostly looking from the clothes. Because there's not like a lot of flesh or anything much left on the bones, it's a little hard to determine the exact cause of death. But when you look at the actual bones, you don't see anything broken. So nothing seems to have hit him or anything like that. So you can only surmise that either he was killed by maybe like something like a poison, or maybe it was some sort of magic spell.
Or like blood loss because of all the blood leading down here, right?
Well, I mean, he's been there for years.
Yeah, the blood is a lot fresher.
Oh, okay.
Probably about a day or two old. And I'm sorry, was that all the questions that you had for the body?
Yep.
Yeah.
I climb back up out of the hole. Thank you.
Uh-oh, it's moving.
Sorry, I had to just get rid of the gold there.
I love that you actually put gold in hidden places. Guys, this is amazing.
Never.
Dedication.
Which means we have to go check that little tunnel again.
That's for passive perception for all of you out there.
Well, right now.
So as you've been doing that whole investigation, the monk has been booking it. Tried to get up this.
Shiala would boost him if needed.
Oh, that's so nice. So he gets
If
up
he
there,
stands on her shoulders, he can just sort of step back up onto.
and he's just run back into the church.
She's following him.
As y'all have been investigating down there. So Shiala, you're following him up there.
Yeah.
Thrymbi,
She's
Sariel?
just forgotten her companions. She's just following the monk.
Thrymbi's gonna hold on to this rope.
She recognizes that. Oh,
Oh my god. Alright. I collect my rope. Thank you, Thrymbi.
Aw.
I'm gonna give him 10 of the gold pieces that I found,
Hey.
which I already added, so I'm gonna then subtract 10 from my thing.
It's his spelunking fee.
Alright, I added 10 gold.
Now come on.
And I follow. I follow Sariel like a dog.
Well, see, now you take the rope and you put it around him, and he's got a leash.
Oh dear lord. We're not doing that.
The romance option's getting worse and worse every minute.
We're not doing any of that.
You're really strong, holding.
Oh dear god.
Alright, so let me a second here. There we go. Hopefully that worked. Should be back at the,
Yeep.
E.
Wait, I'm still on. Maybe I need to refresh. Give me a minute.
refresh.
I'm still looking at the cave.
I see the church.
And I need to wait 10 seconds for this ad. So I don't want to give Roll20 too much of my money.
Your dice are important to us. Please
Wait,
hold.
I don't see any ads. Like ever.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
see
now I
ads?
see church. Yeah. So like 20 seconds after you start a game, after you launch a game.
It just says like Roll20 is loading or something for 20 seconds, and it's like black, and then it has the Roll20 symbol, and then it just counts down. I don't
That's
ever
the ad
see-
for Roll20.
Oh, you know why?
Do you
Because
have
I
a-
have
no,
ad
like-
blocker.
I was gonna say you have an ad blocker.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. It might be it.
Alright.
That might be it.
Sorry, I forgot how the magic of ad block
Snitch
works,
in.
guys.
The magic of block. I like it.
Okay,
Alright.
I'm good now.
You're good. Okay. So he just books it up. He just keeps yelling, Miris! Miris!
Yeah, she's following him. Are they going up to the bell tower?
He is not. But you can if you want.
No, she's following. Shiala's following him. She's also now yelling the name Miris. In fact, actually, she's already checked there. She knows there's nobody in there. She's going to go up to the bell tower.
So you're gonna let this poor monk just run around in the church all by himself? And no
That's
one's
Thrymbi's
gonna tell him.
House.
No one's gonna tell him that there's no one there. That's
Maybe
fine.
he knows the secret
okay.
door or something. I'm gonna follow him.
You don't have to.
I don't know
Just
if he
be
knows
deaf.
anything.
The entire time, Thrymbi's like, she's probably dead, but it's okay.
Nah,
'Cause
I
we
don't
all
know
die.
Who Miris is, so I'm just like, what's he babbling about? I think he's still crazy.
Well,
sure
Shiala
we
is
got
also
this?
now yelling for Miris, so...
Well, monks, they sometimes,
They like
no,
to
I
yell.
don't.
Monks love
they just
shouting
snap.
names.
They just snap,
Love shouting
They
me.
just snap.
And Shiala, you said that you're going up to the bell tower?
Yeah, she didn't check it before, and she's wondering if maybe somebody was hiding up there. She assumes that this monk knows something that she doesn't. Apparently, she finds nothing.
So she goes up to the bell tower, and can I have you do a perception check for me, please?
Yes. That's not horrible.
You say that's not horrible.
Yes, because, I mean, I've had some really horrible rolls, so...
Oh, I guess this'll do.
So up in the bell tower, you look up at the bell, and you notice that there is something hanging from it. It's a purple pouch, sort of velvety to the touch.
She's gonna reach out and grab it.
It's pretty heavy. It feels like coins, and
She found the jackpot.
and there's a I'm sorry, not like coins, but it feels like something very, very heavy, like it would be some sort of
Yeah.
money object. if you will. And there is a scroll that's tied to it.
All right.
Do you
She's
open it?
gonna take them, and she's gonna open up the scroll and read it.
So, inside the bag, there's 5 small gold ingots, and they're stamped with a family crest. One that you're not familiar with. The note, the scroll, says, "For all your help." And that's it. It's not signed. There's nothing else on the scroll. Just
Does this pouch look like it was hung there like decoratively, or was it like more like in haste? Like it seemed like somebody put it there just to like hide it or not or something, or was it there on like display?
It was, it was up high enough that it looked like it's been like sliding down because of its weight. So you're not entirely sure.
Okay. She is going to take all of that and just kind of stuff it in her pack and head down, because that's not really what she's looking for. But she was hoping it was something to do with Miras. So she heads back down.
Okay. By this point, the monk is has looked in all the rooms, and he comes back.
She's gonna catch up. And there's nobody here.
I think they've got Miras.
Who? What happened?
Holy shit, you can talk?
Well, he's been yelling this whole time.
I'm like, with words. Like the rest of us, with words that we combine to make meanings.
Miras is a name, she says.
Oh shit.
Shiala is starting to remember who exactly Miras is. But she doesn't really say that.
Thrymbi kind of meekly shrugs and is like, maybe she's gone?
The monk.
Shiala's turned back to him.
The monk looks at both of you, and he's like, "We have to find Pasha. She's gonna know. She's gonna know. I don't remember. And he's struggling. Starts like kind of pulling on his beard the way he did downstairs. He's like, I'm not sure what happened. We were right here." And he points to the room that you're in. And he points to the table, and he's like, "We were just sitting there. I don't remember." And he's panicked, but
Shiala goes to take his hand and says, "Let's head back to town, and we'll figure things out."
And he nods and he goes, "Yes, yeah. Pasha will know. Pasha will know."
Who is Pasha?
And he kind of looks at you and he goes, "Well, she's the madam at the Blue Crystals. Are you new here?" And he kind of, as you kind of walk out.
Shiala just says, "I haven't been here for years. I'm. Do you know Jeslane?"
The monk looks at you and he's kind of furrowing his brow and he goes, "No, I don't. That name doesn't sound familiar to me, but I'm not sure what happened, so I don't know what I don't know anymore, I guess."
Shiala just nods and says, "Let's get back to town and we'll get things figured out." She has conveniently forgotten the 5 golden ingots that are sitting in her backpack.
They're about a ½ pound each, by the way, so you can go ahead and add that to your inventory.
All right.
Sariel, did you want to do something or?
Yeah, I wanted to check out this fountain. Like, what's the water in it? Is it just normal water? Is this even a fountain? Am I guessing right?
It is a fountain, yes.
All right. Is it like holy water or is it regular water?
Do a perception check.
Damn it. Hey, I can't tell. Guys, can you come check this water? I think it might be holy water.
Shiala's gonna go over and check then real quick.
Yay.
She's still holding the dwarf's hand, so she kind of pulls him along with her.
You can all do a perception check if you want.
Nah, Thrymbi ain't checking the water. This is not the
Thrymbi?
correct
Oh,
thing.
what water are you
No!
talking about?
Dwarves hate water.
But what if it's holy water? We could like.
Can I do
put
a
it in the
religion check
flask.
instead?
You have holy water if you're like if you don't believe in the actual god. Come on, everybody knows this.
I mean, Thrymbi's a cleric. He can probably just bless some water.
He sure can.
Shiala is too preoccupied.
I was raised in the Church of Light stuff. So.
I wasted all of my my roll on that last perception check.
The monk.
trying to be PC, but he's like, gotta slim it.
The monk looks back at you and kind of is confused about what you're trying to do. I don't know if you wanted to ask him anything or do you...
Well, he looks back, so she's like, Sariel wants to know what if that water is holy water or just normal water. And she indicates back into the back left corner.
He looks back up there. Then he looks back at Sariel and he says, "Oh, Miris just likes water fountains. She just got that for us a while back. It's really nice. It's very pleasant to listen to."
Okay, thank you.
And then he kind of stumbles outside. Oh, you can ask him. Did you have a question?
She's gonna ask it. Is Miris the head here now?
He nods. Yeah.
All right. And she just nods and continues going along. We'll make sure we get her back. We just have to gather our companions first.
So we're just gonna forget about the blood trail and the extra route that we could have taken.
You guys are welcome to go back and check it. Shiala is not interested.
What if it's Mira's?
He seems to think that she has been taken somewhere.
Wait, is the monk covered in blood? Was it his blood?
You don't notice any blood on him, other than
Okay.
what you guys did to him. I mean, when you first saw him, there was no blood on him that you could tell.
I mean, there was a dead guy.
Alright, well, I'm
I
not
mean,
going back
again,
in there by myself. There's creepy bugs and shit, so I guess I'll follow you.
All right, and that's where we'll end it for today. You guys are gonna head
Alrighty.
back to town, potentially see what your companions are up to, / see about this Pasha.
Can we meet back up at the end so we can take a rest? Because we don't have any spell slots.
Yes, yeah, it'll be, you'll have definitely had enough. You'll have had enough for a short rest by the time you get back to the inn, but we're gonna stop here for now.
Well, I just wanted to point out that we can get there really fast because I... Da-da-da-da. Hold on 1 second. Hold, please. Boom.
Yeah, but we're kind of outside the city.
And I think that's for your city in particular, if I'm not
Oh
mistaken.
yeah, it
No,
is.
it says, you know the secret patterns and flow to cities and can find passages through the urban sprawl that others...
I mean,
Is
there's
this
only,
considered a city or is this a town?
I mean, you're
This
on,
is a town, and we're outside on the outskirts of it.
yeah, I mean,
I
there's only
wouldn't-
one road that goes.
We
Balance?
know this one road
It's-
really well.
I get what you're trying to do, but yeah, no, it doesn't. This isn't the city in the sense of it being a kind of one of the larger cities where you might have streets that are a little more. I don't know what the word is here, but structured, I guess. So these roads are basically a cart passes through them. They're more just sort of walk dirt roads that don't really
Oh, I figured most of the cities in this world were like that.
Well, we're in a smaller town.
Like a village.
Yeah. So here, I can actually bring up the map again. If I can get to it. Bam.
But bam.
And the Church of Light is actually on the outside. It's about probably half an hour to 45 minutes from like the quote center of the town, and about like 15 minutes away by foot from the actual like edge of the town. Yeah. So we'll pick up
We end with our
next time.
journey back.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll long rest because this did happen in the middle of the night. Like we got back and it was, got here and it was like 9, 10 o'clock. So with all this going on, it's probably like 11, almost midnight. So we're definitely gonna take a long rest. But that's for next session. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and we'll deal with your return and everything else next time as
Yeah.
well. So you don't have to worry about. I mean, for all intents and purposes, officially, a short rest has happened by the time you
Alright.
get back for
What do I
everybody.
get with a short rest? Do I get my key back after our short rest?
I think you do as a monk.
Spend 30 minutes of rest.
All right.
So we'll just say it was a very restful walk.
Well, you know, the monk is kind of walking a little slow. So
Yeah, nice. Stroll.
I don't get anything after a short rest.
Womp
Right?
womp.
Roll your hit dice to recover hit points.
Is that how
Alright.
you do it?
so
After a short rest.
I don't know anything about short rests.
thank
Sorry.
you all for joining us for this second episode of the Blue Crystal. And I think we all hate bugs now, so that's good. Okay. All right, well, so for those of you that have tuned in, thank you so much for joining us. We will be back next Saturday at 5 p.m. PST, and we'll find out what's happened. We'll have our group come together again, and we'll see how much of their gold they share or don't share. We'll find out who the monk is, what's happened to Miris, where's Pasha, all these good stuff. Will with Mara ever get her crossbolts back with the poison, you know, all that good jazz. So definitely come and check us out again. If you are listening to us or watching us on YouTube or listening to us on a podcast, come definitely on Saturday we do stream it live on Twitch, twitch.tv/MindMineTV. So come check us out. Let us know what you think. And if you like the content that you have seen and heard, please feel free to share it with your networks. Help us spread the word. Because we're doing this so we can entertain you, and hopefully you're having fun, so that we can continue to do this as well. With that, I hope y'all have a fabulous weekend, a great week, and hopefully we'll see you here next time. Bye.